Yo, what's going on, everybody? The Nukkle Hedd Movie Review Podcast. What's up? We got Halloween in the building. It's your boy Toe Tags. I rewatched this movie for the first time after watching the first movie for the first time, and it's actually fucking kind of interesting. It's kind of interesting, but before we get to that, let's get to these two guys over here that's with us. What's going on? I'll let you take it from here.
Your boy Cap. You know what it is, just the nerd only here on this podcast. And this movie proves, like Hawk said in the movie, there's a reason we're supposed to be afraid of this man.
Absolutely. Sled, as usual, I'm here, ready with some fun quotes and, most importantly, murder. Let's have some fun.
Hell yeah. Ain't nothing more fun than murder. You know what I'm saying? That's true. And, you know, to coin off a lay, every other podcast, like, subscribe, put the notifications on, tell your friends, share it, go to the library, look us up, leave the window open so that way when we get a view, yo, contact your local congressman. Yo, somebody hook us up with some milk cartons so we can put Show's face on it because he's missing. You know, other than that, we out here and we chilling like villains on penicillin with a Mac 11. Just wait for 7. You already know how it is. What's going on, LaFlaca? I gotta get more sounds than just the funk bomb and the bing 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 bing. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to get like a midget screaming.
You gotta get some Skrillex in there.
Yo, right? All right, so yo. Just for clarification, just in case if people didn't realize when they were watching it, or, you know, for the kids out there in TV land, this is officially part 2 to the 1978 version of Halloween.
Which, just if we get into the discussion later on, I actually have a way that I think works to connect all of the movies and make it make sense for this timeline. So if we get into it later on, I have something to help everybody keep their love of the entire franchise together.
All right, we're definitely gonna have to get into that. All right, so I'll start with my review just because it's not too long, you know, based off of watching the first one for the first time, and then, you know, treating this like the actual sequel. Excuse me, to the first one. It's like, all right, we get it here, where there's a bunch of things that were said that if you don't catch it or you don't know what they're talking about, you miss. Like when they were walking to school in the beginning, and the guy's like, "Isn't that your grandmother's brother?" And it's like, "No, that's just some guy. It's just some crazy guy that killed people in the Halloween and blah blah blah." And it was like, "Oh, all right, so they're gonna go with the first one because the first one there's no mention of them being brother and sister. So in this one, nah, they're not brother and sister." You know, and then you fast forward to when, you know, she went to the dinner with the family, the grandmother. I forgot her. What's the character? Laurie Strode went to the dinner with the family, and she goes, "I've seen him. I've seen the shape get on the bus." They threw mention to that because according to Leigh and Krills, his original character name besides Michael Myers was the Shape. And when she said, "I seen the Shape get on the bus," I was like, aha, I saw what you did there. That's just dope. It's, you know, little things that tie back into the original one that, you know, it made me appreciate it more. But it was definitely, you see the character progression, not only between Laurie, but between Michael that I got here, because Michael in the first one was like Cap said, like he was triggered, you know, like bitch came in my house. I'm gonna follow her because I don't know who she is. You know, and then I see, you know, trespassers fucking in other people's houses, and we got to stop this. You know, Citizens on Patrol. Part 1 was Halloween Citizens on Patrol. That was the unofficial name. You know, I just want to let you know, I got the facts. That was
the working title.
Yeah. I got the facts here, so we all know this. But the second one, it should have been called Halloween, You Got Yourself a Nigga Now. Because it seemed like when the reporters went to him and was like, "Look at the mask, say something," he's like, "Yo, leave me the fuck alone." You know what I'm saying? Like, leave me alone. And then, you know, they transfer him and the bus crashes. He's like, "You know what? You want me to kill some motherfuckers? We gonna kill motherfuckers now. He killed the mechanic. He loves killing mechanics for some reason. They must have fucked up his pop's car when he was younger. Like, yo, like I'm telling you, his first memory has to have been his pops comes home from the mechanic and is like, yo, this nigga screwed me over. I found out this oil change is supposed to be $30. He charged me $80. Michael Myers never let that shit go. Never let that shit go. He fucks up mechanics on the regular. Like, Lori had nothing. Yo, she has no problems. As long as she don't become an intern for a mechanic or some shit, then he's really coming for her. Because it's always seemed like it's consequential, you know, like they just end up in the same spot. But yeah, so he takes his teeth out. You know, he must have looked like the motherfucker that fucked up his pops. And then, you know, he kills the two reporters. Like, yeah, here you go. You want to see the mad killer? I done killed you. Now you know what it feels like. And he's just going about his business. I love how he walks past everyone and no one sees this tall ass white guy in a white jumpsuit walking around. You know, it's perfectly fine. The only one I saw was the woman, but apparently she had a gun to her head because if she made a sound, she's popping. He gave the little eye movement, the little. She's over there, some shit. I don't know, but I ain't blame her. Fuck yeah, I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what you did to this man, but I'm out. You know,
I got no beef with that man.
Yo, for real. Me and that man are good.
Yep.
And and then, you know, he gets his mask. Because that's pretty much what he wanted. He was like, you stole my property. So that was justifiable. You know, they stole his property, so he had to kill him. I get it. You know, this is the country back in the day. So, you know, it's possible. And plus, I think they were immigrants, so it makes it even more justifiable. You know, and then he just goes around. Yo, he went around killing like everyone. He killed a child. And I was like, yo, this is where I see this homeboy's pissed. He's like, I've been here for 40 years. Was it 40 years?
Yeah.
He was locked up for 40 years, and you motherfuckers on the day.
40 years was when the first movie came out.
Oh, well, he's been locked up for 40. Let's say he's been locked up for 40 years. And on the day of my transfer to another facility where we have clean sheets, a better, comfortable bed, I get to live out the rest of my life. There's probably going to be grass somewhere I could look at when I'm looking through the fucking wall. And you have to show me you stole my mask. You know what I'm saying? You have to come bother me. So now rampage. You got yourself a nigga now. That's the working title for this movie. And what happens? He wasn't going for Lori. He wasn't looking for the smoke. He just walked around. I'm going to kill everybody in this motherfucker. That's what you want, right? That's what you want. The only smart person in that movie was the cop. Because he ran his ass over and said, I'm still going to blow his fucking brains out. And then the psychiatrist had to kill him. Which I think the psychiatrist was molesting Michael Myers. I'm not going to lie. That seemed like a very sexual shit there. Like, I don't know. He put on his mask. He started breathing heavy. You know, I don't know. I'm just saying. Death gives you a lot of dopamine, which incurs a lot of testosterone. What's the adrenaline? And they go hand in hand. And adrenaline is aphrodisiac. So just you put 2 and 2 together, and let's make 4. You know. That's all I'm saying. And then, yeah, and then, you know, G.I. Jody? What's that? I keep forgetting the main character.
Lori.
There you go, Lori. I'm not good with names, I'm good with faces. You know? I'm good, you know? So then Lori's like, you know what? I'm the only one that can get him at this point. You're fucking with my granddaughter. You killed all her fucking friends, but you didn't kill her boyfriend that cheated on her. So I know you're not a good dude, Mike. If you killed the pervert that was trying to get with her, I get it. That one, you keep that. You keep the mechanic, you keep the reporters that stole your mask, and you keep that little pervert. You should have killed the boyfriend because fuck him. You know? And the other woman that was cooking, why do you need a hammer? Or you just leaving knives everywhere for him to take? You fucked up. You don't lock your doors, shit happens. You notice he didn't touch the black family. That kid was real as it gets. But we'll go to the we'll go to I'm not gonna describe the whole movie for y'all, but we'll get to the end part where she was right. Laurie was ready for him, but I honestly believe that if the psychiatrist didn't have this fantasy of maybe he would speak to her, the psychotic killer and the victim, they would have never ran into each other. But she was prepared, and I appreciate that, because how many horror movies have you watched where people are not prepared?
This is true.
Like there's no adult in any of the Freddy movies, the Nightmare on Elm Streets, that like fucking learned like dream jitsu to fuck up Freddy or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Like she prepared, she learned how to use the gun, she taught the daughter, and they lit his ass on fire, which I'm not gonna lie, I'd have fucking RoboCopped him. You know what I'm saying? That scene, without he would have been Murphy. He would have been Murphy Myers. It's just standing there looking at me on fire. No, your arm would have came off. Which another thing, he got shot. No bleeding. No hole in the, like he had Superman's cape. So maybe you guys can explain that, psychiatrist. But for me, that's the review. Citizens on Patrol. You got yourself a nigga now. 2 movies. Character flips. Michael Myers becomes the bad guy. Laurie becomes the good guy. And, let's see what part 3 happens.
Please, Cap, follow that up.
You want me to follow that?
Try it. We can give it the old college try.
Yeah.
So, my review of this movie is that this here is the perfect sequel to the 1978 film. Not only because it shows the correct level of escalation, but it also shows what happens with obsession. It also shows that that the first one was truly a random act. So I'll explain that. Level of escalation. Everybody who was there on the first night, on that night back in 78, when they hear the shape, Myers is out, they go immediately to, we got to shut this fucking down. We got to stop him now. Where in the first one, nobody knew who he was. He only killed one person. They weren't really afraid. They didn't know to be afraid. Here, they knew to be afraid, and they used their fear correctly. Nah, he's out. Hunt him down. Stop his ass. Like Toad was saying, before he gets run down, he's literally just walking the streets before he gets hit. He is not looking for Laurie. He's not trying to find a house. He's just simply, like I describe him as a shark. He is just moving and doing what he knows to do.
Yep. That
is it. There's no rhyme. There's no reason. He sees something, he attacks. That's it. And if it wasn't for the doctor, who I forget what the fuck his name is, but if it wasn't for him,
Loomis.
Yeah, if it wasn't for him taking him to where Laurie's house was, he would have never gave 2 shits about her. But now this is where the obsession part comes in, because Laurie became obsessed with Myers, and when I do my explanation of the whole series, I'll explain why that makes sense. But she became obsessed with stopping him. The doctor became obsessed with trying to solve this Rubik's Cube, where Dr. Loomis was like, no, this motherfucker is pure evil. We don't have to go any further than that. This dude wants to know. He got obsessed with the legend of Michael Myers and turned that into a weird fucking, probably the weirdest scene, where he stabs the cop and puts the mask on and then throws him in the back seat.
That was sexual in nature.
It's not, but okay. Then we also have a subtle obsession, where the daughter is subtly obsessed with trying not to become like her mom. She is trying so hard to be like, that is not me. That didn't happen to me. I'm not going through the same thing you're going through. And that, in conjunction with her mom's obsession, is what ultimately really drove the wedge between them. To where when the granddaughter's like, hey, did you call grandma to see if she was coming? I kind of don't believe the mom, but she's like, yeah, I called her and she's not coming. I kind of don't believe her because she has that weird obsession with trying not to be brought in to her narrative. But it was a great movie. This has probably my favorite fucking scene that is towards the end of the movie. What it is, I'm thinking really hard because if we're going with just pure horror movies, this is my number one favorite scene of all time. Regular movies, this is probably up there 1, 2, or 3. They get better at that, and well, I'll get into what that scene is when we do a deeper dive later on. But excellent fucking sequel. I can't wait for the next one to come out, see how they build upon this more. Those are my initial thoughts.
Nice. Yo, Show, welcome, Show.
Thank you, sir.
Yo, just so you know, I did my review first, and to sum it up for you, the original 1978 movie was Halloween, subtitled Citizens on Patrol, where he was a hero. And this one, Halloween, subtitled You Got Yourself a Nigga Now, where he's pissed off because they keep bothering him. And then you just heard Cap's review. About to hear Lay's review right now. You know.
Yeah, so I went to the theater to watch it because, you know, I'm a huge actual horror fan, not gore or whatever this paranormal shit they have now, whatever that is. It's not my thing. So I'm watching it, right, and I'm like, first of all, let's understand something. The reporters were also obsessed for some reason. This is completely the reporter's fault, by the way. Putting the mask in his face, you know, like egging him on.
Mm-hmm.
This is completely the reporter's fault. And that's why it's good that they both went out quick. I celebrated nobody dying better than those two. I was like, good. God kill these two, they're annoying. Now the mechanic, I mean, come on. It's the only gear that fits him, apparently. He really likes that gear. He is really a fan of the overalls. I don't know what the fuck that's about, but hey.
He's got to stay on brand.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? But the whole thing with Lori, I found it interesting because no longer the victim. Now she's the predator. You know what I mean? In a sense, it's like we've switched roles because she's more of a monster than he is at this point. Because she has that many gats in the house. I'm talking about, listen, the Punisher would be proud of her.
Yo, for real.
I am admiring all this weaponry you got here. Holy shit. Then the basement with the bars, genius. Absolute fucking genius. You know what I mean? The daughter was annoying, clearly. You know, I knew she was going to be the character that I wanted him to off quickly, too. I like, please. And then when she shows up, who's right? Mom's kind of crazy, but is she right? You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And that's the thing about it. That whole time, she's like, yo, she's going to come back. Let's be ready. You're crazy. He shows up. Who's crazy now? You know what I'm saying? But I agree. He really did. He really want no smoke. And then the reporter started it all, man. The fuck is wrong with you? And I'm like, I'm trying to figure out. I understand finding something interesting, but I don't understand an obsession between the psychiatrists and the reporters. That I don't get. Don't understand it. Don't want to. You know what I mean? He made it so weird, the psychiatrist. I was like, you jerk off with his mask on, don't you?
Right? It was sexual.
At times it got really weird, bro. And then when he offed him, I was like, thank God. Jesus, man. The only person I didn't want to see him off was probably Lori. Everybody else I could give. When that kid, the fucking dork.
Oh, yeah.
Happy to kill him.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. And the fact that the kid was walking towards him, I'm like, yeah, my man, you see the size of that guy? Why are you walking towards this guy? What is wrong with you? Walk away. But definitely the way he killed was very entertaining. I mean, when he stepped on the cop's head, I mean, he pretty much crushed his face.
Yeah, he killed the fuck out of him.
Say something.
It looked like a watermelon got crushed. I was like, ah. But it was also very fucking fun. You know what I mean? I enjoyed every kill. You know what I mean? Mostly the reporters. But yeah, man, it took me back to horror movies that I enjoyed, you know. And the whole thing with Laurie and him, I'm telling you, that role reversal threw me off. Because she was like, oh, no, I want him to come my way. Let's do this. But when I was younger, you had me. I ain't a bitch no more.
Word.
I'm a punk. I'm ready. I want all the smoke. Every bit of it you got. And she had him. Apparently, she didn't really have him because there's the next part and then another one. So I don't know how the fuck they fucked that up, by the way.
Uh-huh.
Like, I looked at those bars. I was like, yo, I think he's done for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all of a sudden, you're like, oh, shit. He's not done for. So, yeah, I enjoyed it thoroughly. A lot of fun. And I can't wait for the next one, man. And I agree with Cap. Great way to go from one to the other and for it to be a realistic reaction to him coming back. You're like, all right, listen, Halloween is over. This Halloween's over tonight. Everybody back home. We got to take care of this. You know, that's a realistic way. Not on some, nobody knows what he looks like. Is that a good thing? Or are you guys just going to gloss over the fact that somebody was murdered in this small-ass piece of shit town? Here's another thing. Why doesn't anybody move from that place? How cheap is that property value? No, he's going to come back here, move to the next town. Apparently, he doesn't go that far.
Mm-mm.
He has a radius.
Yeah.
Anyway, but a fun movie. Completely enjoyed it. I enjoyed watching it, and I'll probably watch it again. Like it's going to be one of my Halloween movies, like I usually do. You know. Yeah. So yeah, I would highly recommend it. Watch it, just for the kills.
Yeah.
You may not like the story, but you love the kills.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
What up, Cabs? Cabs is in the chat. Appreciate you stopping by. He says you can't stay for long, but you know, as long as you stop by, man, that's all that matters to us.
So make sure you hit the button that I like.
That's right. All right, show. We got the movie critic himself in the building.
This is the one
This is why I'm here.
That's right. The main event. We saved the best for last. Not because he's late, but because he wasn't here on time. But go ahead, show. Give us your review.
All right.
That was a perfect review.
Yeah, I'm done.
Psych. Yeah, sure.
I'll get to the negative because it's not going to be many. I was wondering to myself how this man's been in the hospital for, I'm going to say 78. That's going to be about 40 years. And he's staring into the sky and not talking to anybody. But once he gets out, he knows every fucking body. He knows his daughter. He knows her granddaughter. He knows her granddaughter's best friend. This motherfucker's intelligent. Where did he get all this information from? He goes straight after all the people that she knows. How? He's been in a hospital for 40 years. Like, I was just wondering. I was like, how does he know this is the best friend that she's... And then, for some reason, the best friend of the girl is always fucking, babysitting, and fucking. Like, is it this... What the fuck is going on? That's the negative.
Apparently, there's a lot of fucking.
Yeah.
There's a lot of fucking and babysitting.
That's why he was Citizens on Patrol in the first one.
Hey, I'm not gonna order no babysitters for my kids. Fuck that.
Yo,
They're gonna be fucking in my house. No, because apparently every babysitter comes over and brings a boy with her.
Yeah, just start fucking.
What kind of fucking pizza service do you have that is like, I'm not gonna order a babysitter? Where the fuck are you looking, bro?
Yellow Pages,
Craigslist.
man.
Yellow Pages? You have those? All right. Sorry.
Yo.
Your review, I'm sorry.
Those are a couple of the negative stuff I saw that was kind of weird, but hey, it's a movie. I could deal with it. Remember the last movie I told you I wanted gore? And I got it in this one. Oh, this is exactly what I was looking for. The knife, just the killing of the girl. I don't know who the fuck was this girl. He just grabbed her by the head and just shing right through the throat. I don't know. I think he just walked into a random house. Hey,
yeah,
I'm just bored. I'm practicing for Lori. But while I get over there, I'm gonna kill this bitch. That was exactly what I wanted in the last movie. The gore, the blood, the stepping on the head, like Lay said. It was great.
My favorite part by far.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. I was like, Michael doesn't skip leg days, bro. Michael doesn't skip leg days.
He smashed them. That was dope. I wish, one thing I do wish when he did that, because the guy before he killed them was sitting there, say something. I wish he would have smashed him and then said, fuck you. Or something. Suck my dick. I don't know, something weird. Actually said something else after he stepped on him. But the doctor was kind of weird. I enjoyed. They found a guy that could talk like the one, similar to the one from the last movie. Yeah, but this one was a little more weird. The other one was like, that guy is crazy. I don't even know why we're transferring him. I don't want him outside. Kill him. I don't care what you do with him. He's dangerous. This guy is like, this is my girlfriend. Don't kill him.
I love him.
I know that's my Michael. Michael, are you okay? Like, yo, what is your dude? This guy is crazy. What are you talking about? Don't shoot him. Don't kill him. When he's about to hit him with the car, don't kill him, please. I want to see him again. So, Doctor was okay, played good. I'm guessing it was just it was his lines. So it's not his fault that he had to play what he was playing. I wish he would have been a little more interesting. Well, he was interesting, a little less gay, but
told you there was a lot of sexual undertones with that doctor.
Yeah. He put him in the back of a car. I need to see what keeps him alive and what keeps Laurie alive. They keep each other alive. I'm like, shut the fuck up and kill him, yo. He's crazy. But it's a movie, like I said. It was good. It was great. Greater than the last one to me. With the actual scenes. Like I told you, that's exactly what I wanted. The scenes, the way it was shot.
Yeah.
Was the storyline better? Nah, I think nothing is gonna beat the first. It's like Rocky, the first Rocky. Every movie, the first one is like the originator. That was innovating. This is basically I'm bringing all the movies we reviewed into this.
The first movie was the original.
The first movie was the innovator.
No. You know what? Let him go, man. Let him float. Because I'm not gonna lie. This is probably the most coherent review we've ever heard.
Yes.
Yo, in all reality, I'm over here like, yo, show watch the movie, dude.
Yeah, I did. I actually watched it twice.
Look at that.
Twice. I'm like, I gotta sound like I'm saying what I'm supposed to say.
No, you're on point, son. It's
okay. So what I was trying to say is for them to think of that 40 years ago was amazing. Because now it's 2018. They've seen a lot of stuff. So they have stuff to go on. Mm-hmm. But in 1978, to think of a guy that's crazy, the mask, the way he acts, to me, I don't think that'll ever be beat. It was innovating to the point that 45 years later, we're still making the same movie. Well, the same character. So, movie was great, man. I loved it. I loved how it was shot. I loved the blood. I love the character. I was telling my wife about the name. I love the name, Michael Myers. That's crazy. Like he already sounds. That was a fucking name.
How white does that name sound?
Shit.
Very, but
sound
usually
like a comedian from Britain.
So you're a serial killer? Fuck out of here. There's a guy named Michael Myers out there that gets shit for. I know he does. There's a guy out there, Michael Myers. Aren't you? Yes, I know. Michael Myers. Ooh.
Well, remember, Austin Powers' real name is Michael Myers.
Michael Myers. Yeah. Trust it from a guy named Leonardo. All shit. You get all kinds of shit.
Yep.
Ninja Turtle, DiCaprio, the painter.
You do sound artistic, though. Leonardo.
I signed. You just said I sound autistic? I'm joking. I heard him. I appreciate it. Now,
hey, if you didn't say that, I would have said it, Lay.
Yeah, I know. I was like, wait, did he just come?
Did he just call me autistic?
Okay. No, it's cool, man. It's cool. I mean, yeah.
Man.
This is better than my last name with it. I sound like a count, so it's really interesting. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
But I know this guy named Michael Myers. Somebody goes, "Hey, your name is?" Yeah, just give me my fucking ID back, bro.
Yeah, would you rather have your name Michael Myers or Adolf Hitler?
Michael Myers.
Michael Myers.
Michael Myers.
Damn.
Michael Myers kills for no reason. Adolf was a piece of shit. Like,
you think so?
If I could fight one person, I'm gonna fight Adolf Hitler. And I'm like, yeah. See?
Do you think somebody actually decided to name their son Adolf?
Oh
yeah.
No,
you didn't hear that a couple years ago. There was a baby. They named him Adolf Hitler.
And when they went to go get his first on his first birthday, they went to go put his name on the cake, and the bakery wouldn't do it. They were like, "We're not writing that on the cake."
Wow.
Yeah.
So give us his middle name. Write that shit on the cake.
Word. Yo, Cabs has a question. It seems like a good question. He goes, how does this hold up to the original? Did it need to happen, or could it have done without it? And he said the originals, so I'm assuming this is like, the first 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah. I honestly feel that they could have left that one the first one by itself.
Mm-hmm.
But the ones that followed the original up, they're not worth shit. Some of them, because I mean, with all due respect, when Busta Rhymes is in your movie, you know what I mean. And I got nothing against Busta Rhymes, but you don't belong in a Michael Myers movie. With all due respect, you know what I mean.
Yeah,
that's crazy. There were more before this.
Oh, you got to. There's a lot of them, bro.
There's like 12.
Man. Halloween 3 has nothing to do with Michael Myers.
Wow.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with it. He's not even in it. But to follow this, for this to be the follow-up, not the Rob Zombie shit, even though, like I said before, I like the actor for it was like the Punisher deal. I like the actor, Taylor Mane, massive, so he's really imposing and he has a big beard. But the way this is done, and like I said, the turn of the characters, where Laurie's really the monster now, because she is, like Cap said, obsessed with stopping him. So that was really a great follow-up to the first one. Was it needed? Absolutely not. But is it fun? Fuck yeah. It's completely, and then the story is interesting because of that turnaround and because her daughter's a cunt.
Word.
So I would argue that this movie is a necessity to clean up all the bullshit within the original set. Because even within the original set, even though, like I said, I'll explain some shit later on. Even within the original set, there's different timelines and there's different things that happen. So H2O was not related to 4, 5, and 6, and a whole bunch of other shit. So in order to give like a perfect through line in a set of movies, this was a necessity to go back and go, hey, start with 1978 and we pick up, and here's the through line you all can follow.
It's funny because like in H2O, didn't she like chop his head off?
Yeah.
No.
Which one was that one that she chopped his head off?
So at the end of H2O, she does chop his head off. But in Resurrection, Halloween, Resurrection.
Yeah, Resurrection.
We find out that Michael switched bodies with the ambulance driver, so she killed an innocent man.
And she was gravy with that one.
Well, no, she wound up in a fucking mental institution. But the interesting story about that is Jamie Lee Curtis actually came up with the idea for Halloween H2O. So she came up with that idea, and she wanted to kill Mike. The producers were like, we can't kill him.
We need
him. So they came up with the compromise of making everybody, including Laurie Strode, believe that she killed Mike. And then when the next one came out, like, oh, nope, she didn't. It was somebody else.
She killed Letty.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. So before I answer the question, I just want to give to Show in his review. Wonderful thing. You're growing in, right in front of our eyes. Show. Appreciate that.
The evolution of show.
That's right.
It's a beautiful thing.
That's right. As someone.
Then you're gonna have to get a new thing that every time show does good, you gotta hit a button and it's gonna say it's showtime, folks.
There you go. We got it.
Sound like Sting.
Yep.
Woo!
That's it. We got it. Yo, but coming from a guy who hasn't seen the first one originally and has seen other ones, and at first my favorite Halloween was the Rob Zombie. So I was like, all right, yo, this Rob Zombie shit is dope. It's better than the old shit. And the second Rob Zombie one sucked. So I was only going off of the H2O one I saw, Resurrection. Which one was the one with Busta Rhymes?
Resurrection.
And the Rob Zombie one. So those three that I knew. And then seeing this one, I was like, all right, this one is the best Halloween that I've seen. And then watching the first one, I was like, all right, these two actually make fucking sense. Because if you think about it, the first one is actually better than the Rob Zombie one because of the shit that they do. Oh yeah,
by miles.
Because of the shit that they do. Like my man is just driving around chilling. Like which one of y'all niggas want it? And then
the same time.
Yeah. And then the chick screams at him and he does the yeah. I dare you. I dare. And he pulled their G card and they didn't have it. So he's like, all right, I'm gonna keep going. Then he sees it.
Perfect example. Don't start, none won't be none.
Yeah.
Michael is a perfect example of don't start. Yo, I got no beef with you.
Yep.
All right. You want to start flipping me off? Great.
Yep.
Now we got beef.
Yo, and my man is just standing there looking at her like, "What's good, Lori?" I heard you was talking shit while I was driving, and then he boogies, and then he's looking at her in the room like, "What's good?" Yeah. You don't want no beef, and she didn't. So he's like, all right, yo. And then, Citizens on Patrol. We already reviewed that. We'll get it. And then this one like started off. It didn't start off at the end of the first one, but it connected with the first one so well that all the other ones seemed pointless. Like there's actually a story here, and like I like to say, like he's on some I just want to do like I don't want to be bothered. You saw that in the first. I don't want to be bothered. You fucked with me, I'm gonna fuck with you. Now it's like you got yourself a nigga now. So many people want to know what it's like to kill, so I'm gonna kill everyone in this motherfucker. Figure it out yourself. So I think that this one was definitely it was worth it because of all the other ones that fucked up. Like if they just had the first one and they didn't do nothing and then they made this one, it's like yeah, it's dope that they made the second one and it's dope, but like they didn't really need it. The first one was strong enough. But because they had all those other flops, this one needed to reset the timeline. The Thanos snap.
It's funny because I went to the theater and I saw the Busta Rhymes and I saw H2O, and I'm never getting that money back at that time. But what I learned is be selective. Just because he slap H2 on, Michael Myers on it, doesn't mean it's going to be good.
Oh, yeah.
Like that Rob Zombie shit, I was like, nope, you got me before. Nope. I learned my lesson. Like, oh, we should go watch it. No, we shouldn't. You can go. Just like the Jason movies. When he started protecting weed, I was like, fuck, Jason cares about weed.
Yeah.
Apparently he's a pot dealer now. Like, oh, my bad.
Weed's legal in California, bro.
He's
my mama's
but not New York. He's an entrepreneur here. Remember, Crystal Lake is in New York. In Jersey.
Yeah.
Crystal Lake is in every town, USA.
Oh yeah.
Word.
Yo, but my favorite Jason one was when they started eating his heart to become him.
Jason Goes to Hell?
Yeah. I love that one. It's like, hold on, wait. You got this 7-foot fucking monster that can't be killed, and his heart is going from body to body. What?
No. My favorite, without a doubt, is when he's dead in a casket and some asshole wakes him up. Yo, he's dead in a fucking casket. And some ass clown goes, I don't think he's dead. Yeah, he's dead. Stabs him in the thing with a fucking iron rod, and then a lightning wakes him up. I go, this is just like the report is completely your fault.
Yep.
He was in a fucking box in the ground, bro.
Yeah. My favorite one, I think, is part 5, where Jean Grey shows up and starts using telekinesis to beat the shit out of him.
Yeah, like she resurrects her dead father?
Yeah.
I can't wait till we start watching those because I can't
remember
watching any of them.
But the one that takes the cake is when he takes Manhattan.
Oh yeah,
he's in Manhattan for 10 minutes, knocks a dude's head off, and kicks some dude's radio. He plays some shitty music. Apparently, Jason doesn't like that music. Jason does not like punk music.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But learning not to run to watch something even though you love the character. You know what I mean? They got me with that one. They got me with the Jason one, the Freddy ones, Punisher. I'm like, it's like, can you learn not to run to it and waste money and time? And this one was the opposite. I was really entertained and so much fun. And I'll tell you this much. I've seen half of the trailer, and I hope I didn't see all the kills.
Yeah.
I literally have not seen any trailer. Anytime it comes on, I cover my ears, I look away, and I wait for somebody to tell me that it's not playing anymore.
That was the funny thing. I was watching a countdown on MMA fighters, and then it came on, and I turned and I was like, "Damn, I'm already stuck here." I'm already looking, and I was like, "Wait, no, skip."
Hey, Capo, you better watch it because you told me to.
But the great thing is now that the great thing with not having cable is you can pick what you watch.
True.
You know what I mean? So it's not like I'm watching a football game. All of a sudden, it comes and I'm like, "Fuck!" I have the red zone. Commercials are like nothing. You know what I'm saying?
You're gonna be like me, Cap. Remember when the Suicide Squad came out? He was like, "Did you watch the trailer?" No, I thought it was a sequel.
Before you got on, I was like, Idris Elba and Will Smith have two very different names, and they sound nothing alike. And one is completely dark than the other. And then the Black Daughter, of course.
Yes.
This is how you correlate them.
So here's the thing. I might not watch trailers, but I do try to see what the movie's about.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't go into this movie, Halloween 2018, and go, is this a sequel to Resurrection? What the fuck happened to Busta Rhymes? I thought Busta Rhymes was in it. I didn't do that. I knew what was going on.
Yeah, because Busta Rhymes is not in the next one, pump kicking people. Wait, I'm sorry. Did you just jump kick Michael Myers and got away with it?
And you notice these two movies had nothing to do with his house.
No.
And they made such a big deal of his house, and the other ones, it's like, I thought my man fucking lived in his house and killed anybody that came in there. It's like, you too shall not pass. But nope.
Yo,
the house is just a scapegoat for the other one. There was like a weak ass link for the story. It's like, especially when with Busta Rhymes, like, can you stay in the house in Michael Myers' house? I go, it's a fucking house. There's two doors. You can leave each one. What the fuck is the point?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So if the house was never a thing, it's him.
The true thing that makes at least these two movies scary is just the sheer act of randomness. It's got nothing to do with anything. It's just a man with a knife who just showed up, and you happen to be in the wrong place at the wrong fucking time.
Yeah.
That's it.
Looking over your back.
Yeah.
Because think of this, right? Jason, we know, don't go to a fucking camp. Just don't go to Crystal Lake and you're fine.
Yep.
Freddy, forget about him. You forget about him, he disappears.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Myers, you could be as prepared as Laurie Strode. You could be as unprepared as Show is for most of the fucking podcasts we do.
Mm-hmm.
And either one, he would just show up randomly, and now you got to deal with it.
You got yourself a nigga now.
No,
there's no sorry. There's no nothing.
I can't say that, so I'll let you say that.
Yeah, no, but that's. I mean, you can't put it better. The guy shows up, you got to deal with him.
Yeah.
But like I said, this one had a very realistic way of dealing with it. It's like, all right, guys, got to shut you down. He's here. The shape is here.
You know what?
The smoke has come to town.
Yeah.
But a good part also about this is, even though Laurie was prepared, they didn't overcompensate. She didn't just instantly start fucking beating the shit out of him and throwing him around. No, Myers is still intimidating. He's still you still have to do shit to fight him.
Absolutely.
Like it was a perfect level of this is how prepared I got myself. This is him. I still got, let's see what the fuck happens. Now, it's not a guarantee that I'm just gonna come out here and fucking jujitsu him to death.
She got over the fear. That's all it was. She got over the fear of it. Yo, Jonathan had a question, and he goes, would you guys invite Show to the movies?
No,
because he said, one, he's loud and he'll probably ruin the movie and get you guys kicked out. Two, he'll ruin the fun and not go. And would you still invite him?
Hey, I'm quiet.
I say no. I would not.
Oh no, he's going because I got to see how he watches a movie in a setting that he has to watch a movie.
He already said it. He said he wants to watch the movie.
And he miss something in the movies because that'll be a fucking feat. Because all you can do is watching the movie. It's right in front of you.
Yeah,
and I feel like somehow he still do that. Like he'll miss a chunk of it. Like, yo, Show, where were you? We were in the same place in the same theater. How did you miss that whole movie?
It was a fly.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you guys this. After next week, we're gonna do the new Halloween Kills. And then I'm gonna find a silent movie, and we're gonna pick our parts. And Show's gonna actually watch the fucking movie with us, and we're gonna narrate it. We're gonna talk. We're gonna do. You Got Yourself a Nigga Now Part 3. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do the voices for him. So all of y'all gonna watch a movie with Show, and we're gonna see how he fucks us up.
Mm-hmm. Good luck.
But Elena says you don't never shut up, Show. So just like this podcast, you never shut up.
I haven't said nothing. Man.
She said that's what she said when you watch a movie with her.
True.
Nah,
I never said nothing true.
I wouldn't be able to handle the real time live action. We just sat in a movie theater for 2.5 hours. Come out and be like, yo, Show, what'd you think? And instantly, I'm confused. I don't know. I'm like, yo, what the fuck, man? What are you?
You see what I'm saying? That would be my thing. Like, yo, we were all sitting in the same section watching the same movie. How the fuck did you miss that whole thing? That would be my thing. I'm gonna get out that theater. Show's gonna go, yo, I didn't understand that. Really? Really? You sat there for 2.5 hours and you what? But then I go, you know what? Makes sense.
You know what?
Yo, the only movie that we can watch, there's two movies that we can watch and watch Show watch. Like I want to watch him watch these two movies, and any review he gives will be 100% dead on balls accurate. That's The Happening and The Knowing. Where in The Happening, nothing happened, and The Knowing, no one knew shit. I want to see you watch those two movies, Show.
I've never seen those, so that would be great.
Yo, you did yourself a favor, but I want to see you watch those because I was so pissed. I was so pissed off that someone bought my ticket for me, and he came up to me and was like, "Yo, my bad. I should have just gave you the money." I said, "Yo, bro, I don't know what to tell you. That the worst movie ever."
That's like when I saw Oblivion with Tom Cruise. I was 20 minutes into it and I wanted Oblivion.
Take me out of my misery.
I was already knee deep in it. So I was like, yo, let me finish it. And I'm not going to lie to you, son. I ever see Tom Cruise, I'm like, yo, my man, you owe me $20 for that piece of shit. Yo, Mission Impossible, you wanting to kill yourself young? Great. That shit, you owe me. I sat there and said, oh my God. When at the end of it, I was like, they got me. I saw possibly one of the dumbest fucking movies ever. And Morgan Freeman was in it. I love that guy.
You would have never
thought. For a while, I didn't watch Tom Cruise movies after that shit. Like it took a really big stunt for him to like win me back. Still owes me some money though. Fuck that.
Oh yeah. So
by the way, never watch that movie unless you don't love yourself.
I never seen it, so I saved myself. Yo, getting back to the movie, I want to ask this question to all of y'all, but I want to hear Show's answer first. What'd you think of the Black Son, Show? The kid that this girl was babysitting. What'd you think of him?
I think he did a great job. He acted as black as I needed him to. Fuck this. Knew he ran out the door. I'm like, he the only smart one.
Yo,
said, fuck this.
I swear to God, show, I was about to be like, you didn't watch the fucking movie because he did a good job and the director did good directing it.
Nah.
I thought you was gonna say that. I was about to be like, yo, show, are you serious?
That reminds me of Bad Boys. She got the detecting shit over there. And you put it in the fucking bag. That kind of shit. That's what show almost sounded like.
Yeah.
You're detecting shit over there.
That's exactly how I expect the black kid to act when the Boogie Monster comes out. My man said, fuck this. Ran by the guy. And he said, get the fuck out. He said something and ran right by him. Pew! And survived. I bet you he kept running. That kid, they never killed him. Like the white kid in the car. Dad? Daddy? You see? You saw the difference? My man would have took off on that car. Fuck that, Dad. I'm out.
Oh, man.
I love his reaction.
It's funny. He and the guy in Scream 2 are the smartest characters in any horror movie I've ever seen. The black guy, the camera guy, he was like, oh, no, I'm getting the fuck out of here. I know how this ends. He goes, white people are dying? I know I'm next. I got to get out of here.
Yep.
Got in his cabin, booked it. I was like, smartest fucking guy in movie history.
Oh, yeah.
Not the
shit.
guy who goes,
shit.
Maybe we shouldn't. I'm not fucking Superman. I got to go.
Yo, for real. If I was in that car with that white kid and I saw those people walking around, I'd be like, we're going to go to the next town and call the cops. They're going to help. That's how we help out.
I'm pushing that kid towards him. I'm like,
I'd have kept driving. If we hit one of them, then we hit one of them. But this is how Jesus wants us to help them. We're going to go to the next town and call the cops. That's it. They're crazy.
Like I said, Michael has a perimeter that he does.
Yeah, it's like,
he's like within city limits.
They're fucking batshit crazy running around the street. I got my child. Y'all not important. I'm gonna go to the next town. I'll call the cops. Let them know some shit happened. You're gonna be all right. Other than that, fuck out of here, dude.
We have some detectives detecting shit over there.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
So
I'm not exiting this car. Fuck out of here.
Cap, how'd you feel about the kid?
So compared to Tommy Doyle in the first one, way better acting. I actually believed. I mean, the relationship between Laurie Strode and Tommy Doyle was believable for back in '78, but the one with this kid and the new babysitter seems so much more genuine.
Yeah,
like that's how. If somebody was babysitting a kid, that's how they talk to each other. That's how they mess around with each other. Like it just was way more believable than that. And I got a hot take. I guarantee you that bus crash was the doctor set that up.
I can believe it.
Because he told the cops, he's like, oh, Michael Myers did X, Y, and Z. And I'm like, really? Because I know on those buses, there's a fucking gate in between the driver and the thing. I mean, you're going to see him try to get through the gate. You could have fucking shot his ass.
Yeah.
He's the only one that survived?
Yeah.
It's not like Michael likes him.
The kid came in there and shot
him. Pow. Shut up.
Yep.
And then what does he do?
Kapow.
What does he do? He finds a mechanic.
Yeah.
So one of the lessons we've learned from Michael Myers is don't be a mechanic in this movie.
That's why I stopped working for Toyota.
Mm-hmm. Never know.
Yeah. Although I don't think Michael Myers will fit in your extra.
Yeah. You gotta be like a big Samoan motherfucker. He didn't kill you. Like 6'4" better, because Michael is not a small man.
I mean,
but
neither is my shots.
He might kill you for the fuck of it.
I don't know, man.
Two mechanics for the price of one. Fuck it.
You know what?
I don't know.
You'll see this review and be like, oh no, I'm taking him out.
I'll give him a run for his fucking money. That's all I'm saying.
No, I
would
run from that. Sometimes you just gotta cut call it bitch mate. But you know who's alive? That kid and that black dude.
Word.
No, shit. Don't get me wrong. I'm out. But I'm saying if it comes down to the shit, only one of us is living, and I don't plan on dying.
You know what? I agree with Sho. If it comes down to I have no other option, I'm not going out like no bitch. I'm gonna fight until the end.
I say, man.
The babysitter fought though. She ain't go out like no bitch. She threw the chair. She almost, she tried, but
I give her props for her limited stuff around her.
Yeah, she
but
tried.
Here's the thing I never understand. How in the blue fuck does he always find the biggest butcher knife on God's green earth?
Yo, like a fucking katana butcher knife.
Always finds a massive one.
Here's the thing: when you actually have a set of knives, that's the premier knife that you get.
And they're white, so they get handed shit like that.
You notice white people, they always have the correct shit. It's not like us where we just
that's true.
Shit together.
I agree.
One knife.
He's always funny, like in that one where he's in the hospital, that he goes to the kitchen of the hospital and he goes, I was like, Jesus, that's a machete, son.
Yeah, for real.
What the fuck are you cutting in there with that?
Yo, and you notice when he stopped and saw the black family come out the house, he started thinking like, they got a gun and guns hurt people. I'm not fucking with that because I don't do that. That's not me. So he went into the white girl's house and took her fucking machete and sliced her up.
I mean, it's funny because when they do that one long shot of him walking and doing that stuff, I was dying. I was like, because it's Halloween, it's kind of passable, right? But he's the only adult dressed up.
Yep.
If you see that scene, the only adult dressed up is Michael Myers. Nobody else. The other one, everybody's with their kids or whatever, right? Or they're in their house that for some reason in that neighborhood, they don't lock doors because everybody's friendly.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck that means. But I'm like, yo, there's one adult dressed. And he's dressed like a fucking nobody's noticing this?
Yep.
This happen every day in that neighborhood?
But see, that's the best thing about the shape is that he is so blank of a canvas that you don't notice him until it's too late.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing with the shark. The shark's colored white on the bottom, gray on top, because if you're looking down, you can't see it. If you're looking up, you can't see it until it's right on you.
Yeah. It's funny because I remember somebody said that about him, like he's a shark. Like he doesn't worry about his surroundings, he just does.
Yeah.
Like what is that old saying? Like, a shark just does shark shit. He doesn't worry about anybody.
Yeah.
Motherfucker swims along and eats whatever he wants and keeps it hustling.
Dude, you put a little bit of blood in that water and he's coming.
Oh yeah.
Yo, allow me to answer that Cav question. Because it's coming from somebody that hasn't seen none of the other movies.
Wait, which question?
Was it necessary?
Oh, okay, yeah, I'll let you answer. But by the way, Cap, you blew Lena's mind. She didn't even think of the doctor destroying that bus.
Yeah,
Me too.
I'm not gonna lie, I overlooked that.
With his little obsession towards the end, you're like, yo, he had to do some part in that shit.
Yeah. Dude, what caught me is the fact that Myers went crazy and you're unharmed. Bullshit. Because he's dealt with Loomis. Bullshit that you're unharmed.
Yep.
And he doesn't like you because he showed it to you as soon as he saw you. Say something, okay.
Yeah.
I think Show just loves that say something line.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, he was obsessed with that. He's aware he's gonna say something someday. It's like he was dying to hear his voice, please.
Yo, but
he can't talk, he just chooses not to.
When they show him, right, like in the back, right? And he's just like standing there, right? I'm like, yo, okay. So right here, the movie can go all good or all left. And then the reporter show up, I go, and everybody's fucked.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Once I saw those two reporters, I was like, now here's the accents, and I was like, no, they're gonna fuck it all up.
Yo, their proof. You know how we have that saying, or they were saying how he's still a human being. They still want to understand, blah, 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 blah.
Psych.
Stupid.
That's proof that sometimes people show you who they are straight away.
Oh, yeah.
He hasn't said nothing for 40 years. He killed indiscriminately. The other fucking crazy inmates in that asylum were afraid of him. He didn't even move. They're like, yo, they pulled out the mask and they start going crazy. That's it. What more do you need?
He just changed his frequency. You noticed that, right?
Yeah. If you turn on that switch, he's like,
yep.
Oh, that's right. Like, he looked at the mask, goes, that's right. I kill randomly. He looked at the mask like, that's right. I do that. Thanks, dumbass.
The fucking dog was going crazy.
Yeah. The dog was like, say something. Guys, show answer Cap's question real quick.
Coming from somebody that hasn't seen all that other crap, Restoration and H2O, and whatever the fuck y'all called it.
Resurrection.
That's a great name for them other pieces of shit. Desecration. That's what they did to Michael Myers. That is a great fucking description of it, bro. Holy shit. That's what I'm calling from now on.
Desecration
series.
I really thought, y'all blew my mind. I really thought this was part 2 because it went together so well. Like I thought it.
You didn't think there was other ones?
It really is.
I didn't think there was.
This is the new part 2. This is the new time.
This is like
the reboot sequel.
That's trash. This is part 2.
This is part 2. This is how I felt. And
not
this
like
is the
but this is part 2.
No. This is the Laurie I remember. I told you last movie. I was like, yo, I didn't think Laurie was a punk. This is the Laurie I was looking for.
Yep.
Ching, ching. I've been training my daughter to be a murderer for 20 years.
It was like
just
Sarah
for this
Connor.
moment.
Sarah Connor came out of her. You know what I'm saying? Sarah Connor the badass. Like, here we go.
Yeah, that's the person I was looking for. I got her. But yeah, I really enjoyed the second part and how it led from the first one. Like, I'm not gonna watch none of the other movies, so it won't ruin my perspective of it.
You're not missing anything.
Yo, I can't wait to get my little thing at the end because I can explain it in a way that you can watch all of it and still have everything connected.
Even the one without Michael?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I have a way to watch every single Halloween, including this new set, and keep everything together.
Like a good continuity.
Yep.
It's funny because I remember I saw the third one, and I was young, and I was like, yo, what the fuck is Michael? I swear to God. I'm watching me and my cousin watching, and we're both like, yo, what the fuck is Michael Myers, bro?
Yo, for years, I thought it was a movie just called Season of the Witch, and it was a separate movie. For years, I didn't even know it was connected to the Halloween.
I literally found that, like, we found that out 3 days after watching it. Like, yo, it's a Michael Myers movie, but it's not. And like, why not? He's not in it.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, got me. I'm sitting there like,
gotcha, bitch.
Yeah, there it is. Exactly. I'm sitting there, yo, because my cousin's a massive Michael Myers fans. Jason, Michael Myers. He doesn't like Freddy Krueger because he says he's bitch made because he does it in dreams. Or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. These other two dudes kill people with their bare hands. I was like, and machetes.
Freddy got hands too. With a knife. Wolverine hands.
Yeah, man. We just like, all right. And then he was part of like a cult, like some Celtic cult or some shit like that.
He was part. I forget what the fuck they call it, but he was part of this cult where his family was literally chosen to appease the gods. Yes. And kind of like Cabin in the Woods, where you have to do the whole shit to keep the gods quiet. So his motive, Michael Myers specifically, was chosen, given powers, and he had to kill every member of his family in order to appease this, whoever the fuck they believed in this weird ass cult.
By the way, one of my favorite kills in that movie, there's like, for some reason, there's a random spike on the wall, and he puts some lady's head through it and just leaves her up there hanging. like a Halloween decoration. A nurse that was about to punch out and go home. Dead. Yep. By the way, I don't know who puts a fucking random spike on the wall that high, first of all. And I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. But great kill, though. An amazing kill. Kill. Yeah. That's one thing I'll give those movies that are pieces of shit. They do have great kills. I'll give them that one. This is pretty creative. The Rob Zombie one is a little weird, but he does crush a dude's head with his hand. So,
damn.
You never can go wrong. Yeah, he just like.
King, kung, kung, king, kung, kung, king, kung.
Kapow.
Done.
That's it.
Yeah. Show that was actually the beat. Congratulations.
Hey.
Who really likes the movie, bro? This is great.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
See what happens? You give him
entertaining when you're not little.
You give him a little cocaine and a can of corn, and everything works. Yeah, that's it.
The movie's really entertaining when you're not young, bro.
Fine jersey.
Oh yeah. Yo, a character that we haven't mentioned that I want to talk about because I feel like they could have did so much more was the father of the grandchild. the only male in there that wasn't a cop or a psychiatrist. Her daughter's husband.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, like
that's right.
Yeah, my man was on some you batshit crazy. Get the fuck out of here. Why you got a gun in my house? And I'm the only one in this motherfucker that's not afraid of this fake guy that you got. Perfect. And boy, was he wrong about that.
I loved it. The first one to get your bitch ass. He got him quickly. He came out just like a white guy.
Yep.
Who's out there?
Yeah.
Did you find my daughter?
Yeah.
Hello. He sees the dead person. Oh my God. Come on, bro.
Are you
see
okay?
The dead person? Oh, I would have been out. I would have been out.
He was like, fuck them kids.
I just want to point out, I don't ever want to play hide and seek with Joe with all the noises he makes.
No, you're gonna get murdered. Give me a second here, fellas. Give me a second.
That's what you think. I'll be out like that black kid. I'm out. One little ounce of blood. Oh shit.
Yo, but he fell for the oldest trick in the book.
Just follow him. He's singing as he runs.
Yo, but he fell for the oldest trick in the book.
Word.
Any update? I dead ass would have been like, yo, any update? Yo, nope. Psych.
I would have been.
I would have went right back. I would have went right back in the house, locked all that shit with the gun out. Yep, I'd have went right, locked the house with the gun out. Some yo motherfucker here. He's here. Anyone come through that door is getting pucked in the face.
I have to believe that after watching her mom implode, bad relationships, she was taken at the age of 12 by the state, that she literally picked this dude because this was the safest option. This is a man who knows nothing about nothing, who thinks he's funny, and he's just one of those, he's nice. So I'm just going to stay here. I'm going to stay here with nice because I can get some semblance of fucking stability and I don't have to worry about anything. Plus, he's probably the only guy who heard is like, oh, your mom's crazy? Cool, I don't give a shit. Look at you, look at me. We fucking.
Word. Sometimes it's so unique.
Exactly what he looked like too.
Word.
Oh, she's crazy? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Your mom crazy? Good. Let's go fuck.
Yo. That part was hilarious to me though. When she came down the stairs, bow, you dead. You see? Fucking close your windows. You don't got no system. You fucking up.
Word.
Got him.
You should have put the Trevor locks on these motherfuckers.
Yo,
you would think.
Good.
You would think that where your mother's paranoid and she trained you to do all this shit, at one point you'd be like, yo, if I'm buying a house, I'm getting these fucking like suicide locks on these fucking doors. So I'm gonna have some kind of precaution just in case. You know?
So here's the thing, Ben, or toe tags, I should say.
Who is this Vin? No, go ahead.
Picture it this way, right? Picture us growing up and mom always telling us that we're part Greek.
Yeah.
Right? And then all of a sudden we get taken away. And then for the next 30, 25 something years, people are telling us you guys were never Greek. I don't know what the fuck that came out of.
Mm-hmm.
When that gets reintroduced,
sorry about that.
No part of us is gonna have any connection to that because we've been repressing it for that entire time. That's the thing with the trauma is Lori, like we were talking about yesterday. Lori never left that fucking house where Myers attacked her. The daughter spent all of her life running from that house, never acknowledging that that's part of her. Then the granddaughter was stuck in the middle saying, my grandmother's fucking crazy because she believes this. My mom's fucking crazy because she is almost in denial that this happened.
Yep.
Now, where do I stand within this?
Agree.
The fact that the daughter didn't have anything actively prepared only makes sense because, remember, she became a psychiatrist. So she bit into that fucking Kool-Aid hardcore where they told her, your mom's crazy, this is the actual shit you should be doing. And then she learned to read into everything and learn, oh, my mom has psychosis. So this is what I was saying before, that this was they illustrated so perfectly with Mike just walking down the street. This was random. The daughter knows he's not coming after us particularly. Now, circumstances happened that it wound up that he was brought to the house. But she understood, I don't have to lock my doors. Mike don't know me. He ain't coming for me. This isn't some fucking blood vendetta. So to me, looking at it through that lens, it made perfect sense why the daughter, even with all the training, even with all the warning, it wouldn't register in her head as serious as Laurie has it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that's another thing is Laurie lived through that experience with Michael, you know? And what you said, that the traumas of, this is a perfect segue from the trauma yesterday, like you said, to now. It's like, not only did she not leave that house, she built her life around that house, that trauma, that what's going on. She's like, yo, from now, I'm going to be ready, no matter, even in her mind, if it's Michael or anybody else, I'm going to stay ready. That's what I said. I'm going to stay ready. And to the world, and this is a great thing about character Jamie Lee Curtis's commitment to it. To the world, I'm batshit. But here, I know exactly what I need to do. Because none of you have been through this. I have. Mm-hmm. You ain't have a 7-foot dude with a butcher knife the size of West Canada trying to stab you in the face. I did. You got to remember that. I went through shit. And I'm trying to tell you, if he comes back, it's going to be a problem. Right. But I will no longer
play victim.
An innocent girl. I'm not going to be a victim anymore.
Yeah.
I'm going to be proactive. And her level of proactiveness is inspiring, by the way. Yeah. Very bad shit, but very inspiring. You know what I mean? And it's like he said, Cap said, she didn't leave it. But not only did she not leave it, on some Batman shit and punish it, she wrapped herself around in it. And it became her whole existence is waiting for him to come back. You know what I'm saying? So, and props to Jamie Lee Curtis for like, people don't give props to horror movie actors and actresses, but she nailed that. Like, I'm just here about this now. This is all I care about. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna really quickly give a shout out to the fact that even though the 1978 one is a classic, the 2018, the acting on every level was so fucking superior. It honestly didn't feel like watching a horror movie. Yep. It felt like watching a movie with a horror situation in it. But it was an actual film with real dialogue, great acting, great directing. Man, we got to give a shout out to that. Because they could easily fell into the tropes of all the stupid shit that's come before.
It could have been one of those, like, you know, Scream Queen kind of thing. And the funny thing is, like, if you see the movie, there's no real victims until he kills them.
Yeah.
Everybody's just, you know, going about their lives because they have no idea this dude is out there. The other one, there was a fear to it. There was a tension. This one is like, yo, everybody that's not in the know, like, you know, Laurie and, you know, the police, everybody else is going about their day. They just happen to get murdered as it goes on. But you know what I mean? Like, and that normalcy, when you couple that with what he does, it kind of like, if this shit would happen in real life, that's how it's going to go down.
Yeah.
Like you're in your house, hopefully your door's locked, but you're in your house cooking something, and then a 9-foot monster stabs you in the back of the head with a butcher knife you forgot to put away because you're an idiot.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yo,
it's kind of a realistic way of looking at it. You know what I mean? And a realistic way of somebody that went through that trauma dealing with it, or not dealing with it, actually obsessing over it. You know what I mean?
Dude, one of the most tense-ridden, like, scariest to a level shots is right before he kills the lady who's looking out of her window. They stay on the window, and you just see him leave, and he just walks by the window. Like, that shit is the creepiest fucking thing, because at any point in time, like, whoever lives near an alleyway, you see somebody walk in your alleyway, you're like, yo, what the fuck's happening?
Yeah, and he had a little bop with him too, because he's like, I'm gonna go kill this bitch. Yeah. I'm gonna go kill this bitch.
The fun part is when he's kind of like circling his prey, like he like walks around her almost. So he's walking by, he sees the kitchen, he goes, all right, she's there, and she's so oblivious. Sorry, I apologize to that, and all of a sudden, bing, it happens. You know what I mean? You're just like, and like I told you, that shot that like it's just one continuous shot of him walking through the neighborhood and going into places and doing shit. You're like, yo, that is fucking great directing.
Yeah.
Especially for horror movie, because you're like, yo, we know that he's going in there. She doesn't. And we're like, oh, this lady, it's about to go down. You get the fuck out of there. But you're like, I can't do shit from here. I remember I was there like, and I'm there with my lady. My lady's like, what are you doing? I was like, it's about to happen. It's about to go down.
Yo, run! You can ask twtich in the theater. The first time we saw this, when he was doing that thing right after he hammered the lady in the first house and took the knife, he walked by the baby. I was muttering under my breath. I was like, yo, Mike, come on, Mike, leave the baby alone, Mike. Don't kill the baby, bro.
Me too.
Mike pulled a predator. He goes, baby, I don't kill babies.
Nah. I'm looking for Laurie.
Yeah.
Now you're fucking annoying. You gotta die.
Hell yeah.
I think they do that in horror movies. They pick somebody really annoying. Even in this one, good act, real annoying. Like, yo, we all want him to die.
Yes.
Be real about it.
It's a guilty pleasure.
Yeah. You're like, I can never kill somebody just like that cold-bloodedly. But I'm like, but Michael can.
Yeah. What
annoying, son.
Yo, I want to talk about the police officer, but real quick, that annoying character. What's his name? I feel like his name was Derek or Billy or some shit.
Which one?
The one the one that was trying to kiss her when on the way home.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, the dorky dude.
Yeah.
That's the one that he was walking towards Michael, and I'm like, man, you can't see him in the light. Why are you walking towards this dude?
He's like, I'm sorry, Mr. John, I'm in your backyard, but I was drinking.
Does he look friendly right now? Does he look friendly to you? Like, does that figure look friendly?
Yo, and when the light turned off and my man was in front of you now, I'd be like, yo, I'm out. Whoop. Ding, 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 ding.
That guy clearly isn't athletic at all.
Oh, yeah.
No.
And Michael Reach is going to be on some. Oh, Michael almost did it on some. I got to kill you, bro. You're an idiot.
Yeah. Like that.
Towards me.
It's almost like he did that. Oscar. It's almost like he said, "This is not how you talk to women. Now I gotta kill you." It's like you're gonna have to respect my sister's granddaughter, okay? Because I believe he's family.
Mike's kind of like, yo, dude, you push that shit way further than you. What the fuck are you doing, bro?
Yeah, not cool. Not cool.
You're trying to force yourself on her. I gotta murder you, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
but my thing is, your stupidity is what got you. You walk. What the fuck are you doing, son? He's walking towards him. I'm like, then the light comes on. I go, oh, I fucked up. No shit. Even Michael was like, yeah, bro, you really did. I gotta kill you now. You have to admit, you deserve to die right now.
You know you fucked up when the psychopathic mass murderer is like, yo, bro, you need to chill.
For real. Home modes can't save you now, but yo, the cop, bro.
Yeah,
it seemed like he took the part of Loomis. Yes. Because in the original, Loomis was like, yo, first day, Myers, why'd you kill your family? He's pure evil. Put him down. Put him down now. Put him down hard. Chop his head off. Burn the body. He's evil. And that's what he wanted to do the whole movie. We got to kill this motherfucker. Y'all don't understand. Kill this motherfucker. The cop was like, oh, shit, Michael Myers is out. He killed 8 people last time he was here. And it's on to this day. Like, to this day. You know what I'm saying? He's like, he ran him over and said, I'm still going to blow his fucking brains out.
Word.
My favorite line of the movie. I'm still going to blow his fucking brains out. I don't give a shit if he's dead.
Kill him. What you mean don't kill him?
I'm saying that's a realistic way to look at it. They go, yo, we know what this guy can do. You know, it's like Austin Powers. I'll get my gun. We'll shoot him together. Bang, bang. What the fuck are we playing this game for? Murder this dude.
Yeah.
That's what I was talking about earlier. Is like the escalation, because so that character, although not on screen in the original 1978, they wrote it that he was first officer on the scene. So he came in, saw the aftermath, saw how real all this was.
Yeah.
Saw the fact that they stabbed him in the eye. They put 6 shots in him. He fell from fucking 10, 15 feet in the air, got in the ambulance, and they still were like, "No, this motherfucker's alive. We got to put him away." Like he's still able to stand trial and get put in. He saw all that. So his escalation from the first cops, like Twtich said, where I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, Doc. You saying all the jibber jabber shit. To now him like, nah, I know exactly what's going. DEFCON fucking 5. I need swimming ducks. I need tanks.
Hell yeah.
Get the fucking National Guard.
Get the fucking get the voodoo expert in this motherfucker.
I have no idea what the fuck that was.
Papa Shango. That was Papa Shango. Yeah.
With the bells.
Okay, there it is.
I speak to
you and Show are on the same page.
I mean, this is not the first time I've done this.
Word, he always does that when it's voodoo.
There's a YouTube short, by the way. Go watch the shorts. You know what I'm saying?
I'm only on them.
Yo, well then you're gonna have to do something about your life. Go ahead, Show. What was you gonna say?
I was gonna say they did mention in the movie that he was somehow involved in 1978.
Yeah, he was the first on scene.
Yeah, when they arrested him. Yeah.
Well, okay.
Yo, did you guys notice that his eye was fucked up?
Yeah.
I didn't know. Well, I wasn't looking for it, but when I rewatched it, the same eye that he got poked in the first one, his eye is fucked up. Show.
It's called continuity.
I didn't see that.
Yeah,
I gotta check that
that's
out.
That's some good continuity right there. I appreciate that kind of shit. Yeah.
When black shit.
Yeah, pretty much. His eye is fucked up because he tried to take his eye out in WWE, so he just transferred that over.
Yeah, transferred it over. We in AEW one eye.
That's it. All you need is one.
By the way, tomorrow wrestling podcast.
Did you notice how Curls brought it up in the last one? He too also swung at somebody with the knife and only caught him grazed in the shoulder, because now he's even more visually impaired in that mask than he was the last time.
Oh.
So after 40 years, it's not like he all of a sudden became better with knives. He's still at that level that you would be.
Which one he did that to?
He's no John Wick.
Yeah.
This he is not.
Who he did that to in this one?
It was the babysitter.
Oh yes.
Because he stabbed at her and barely hit her in the shoulder, and then she slipped on whatever the fuck was on the floor.
Yeah.
I want they also mentioned that Laurie wasn't his sister or something like that. Did I mishear that? No,
they mentioned when they were walking to school in the beginning that it was just some dude going around killing everybody, and there was a folk tale that they were related.
It
was like, no. Okay.
Dude, yeah. So here's the original story behind that. Apparently in the original sequel, Halloween 2, they came up with some stupid ass thing that the night Michael killed his older sister, Laurie was a baby in the next room. Why you let your daughter watch the newborn when she, like, the fact that she clearly was not acting like there was another child in the house is weird as fuck. But so Laurie was a baby at the time. Then, as in the 15 years where Mike was in the insane asylum before he got out, the original parents died. They took her to like an orphanage or some shit, and the next door neighbors or friends of theirs adopted her, changed her name, and then raised her as her own. And somehow she fucking forgot about this, like on some Obi-Wan shit, if you guys know what I'm talking about. She forgot about it in the first movie, and then it awoken memories of her in the second one, where she's like, oh shit, I remember going to see him in the fucking asylum when I was 12 years old.
What?
Yeah.
When you were 12? Yeah, you don't lose memory of that. What? No, that's the.
Oh shit!
I'm telling you.
I can understand if she was like 3 or 4, you see those memories, but at 12, you're coherent there.
Yo, they bent over backwards further to connect that dot from 1 and 2 than in fucking Malignant with the shit they did in that movie. That was a shorter gap to reality than what they did in the original.
Yo, someone get them an orthopedic surgeon for that stretch. Like, what the fuck?
By the way, side note, I want to throw it out there. This fun fact. My lady's kid said, "Show, proud of you for showing up on time." He's proud of you.
No.
There's a 9-year-old that said he's proud of you.
Yeah.
Just throwing it out there. Tristan, thank you for watching. And on top of that, I completely agree.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck they were aiming for with that. I don't even understand why would you want to make them related? What's the point of that?
I believe that was a studio note. That wasn't a John Carpenter thing.
Yeah.
Of course it wasn't John.
Yeah,
but we all know what the studio likes to do. Remember, Blade was going to be white.
Yeah. You know what the crazy shit was, not seeing the first one, I've always was like, is he protecting Laurie or is he trying to kill her for himself? Like, because I thought they were brother and sister. So it was like, you saved your sister from the sex-craved older sister. And then now what? You came back to protect her? Are you going to raise this 19-year-old woman now? Or are you killing her because she got old enough to have sex and we don't do that in this fucking family? Like, that's what was going through my head when I was like, yo, this is stupid.
I missed the sister.
That's what doesn't make sense is why I can understand why he killed his original sister. Because he was just
she was there. He was
killed.
Yeah.
And there was a small obsession with her. Because that's the only person he's ever seen. He's ever been
what up, Kenny?
close with. I don't understand why he would then go like, what the fuck is the need to be like, I have another sister? Like, how did he find out he had another sister? Or better yet, he remembered that she came and visited him in the hospital, apparently. But in the first one, again, they Obi-Wan it.
Yeah.
Nobody fucking knew each other. And then you're going to tell. So I'm going to explain what Obi-Waning it means. If you watch the original Star Wars, right? A New Hope. Obi-Wan tells Luke he didn't know who the fuck killed Vader. He didn't know C-3PO. He didn't know R2-D2. And then we come to find out that not only does he know who killed Darth Vader, because it was him, he killed Anakin, but he had fucking 30 years of dealing with R2-D2 and C-3PO.
Spoiler alert.
So they made him look like a massive fucking idiot. They retconned it to make him look like a massive fucking idiot, which in this film is the same thing. You retconned a perfect movie into not making sense. Because why the fuck wouldn't the doctor be like, yo, he's here to kill his sister?
Yeah.
Where the fuck is Laurie Strode at? Why wouldn't he know?
That's why 2018 made it great.
And the crazy,
there's no mention to her.
Yeah, and the crazy shit was, like, for this movie, when I mentioned that he would have never found her if the doctor didn't bring her to a house, because she wasn't living in the same house that she was actually, that Michael Myers tried to kill her in, because she was babysitting. So if he was looking for her, he would have went to that house and killed the family in that house. Like, where the bitch at? Because she moved also. So there's no way he can find her. He went back to his town to kill motherfuckers because, like the title of the movie says, you got yourself a nigga now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you. I'm gonna have to write a letter to who produced this? Sony?
No,
Biden? Blumhouse. I'm gonna have to write a letter. Be like, yo, you're gonna have to change the name. The original one is Citizens on Patrol, and this one is You Got Yourself a Nigga Now. Halloween Kills, we'll see what that's about. We'll see what that's about.
I keep thinking about those reporters, man. They keep pissing me off because, like,
you didn't
40 years of just him standing somewhere, just like.
Meanwhile,
on a Tuesday, you decided, let's go fuck with this guy.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I bet you any money that the guy next to him like murdered 17 children and raped dogs and shit, but they didn't want to talk to him.
So my little explanation that I'll get to at some point for the whole timeline shit.
I want to get to your favorite scene first, but go ahead, keep going.
So when I get to that, it'll tie into why they showed up to him.
All right.
Yeah, but I just want to let you know. I still wanted them dead.
Oh no.
You're gonna give a good explanation, and I'm not doubting it. I know the lore and everything, but fuck, were they annoying, dude?
No, trust me.
Oh my god,
those were the yeah, I'm here for those kills.
Yeah,
it's funny. Even my lady was like, "Yo, they need to die." I was like, "Shit, you don't even know about this."
Yo,
and they need to go.
That's the spark of you got yourself a nigga now.
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
Yeah.
Am I the only one that noticed that she was dumb?
Yeah, she was.
That lady was dumb. Her husband or her friend is getting killed outside the stall.
Yep.
The fucking crowbar falls. She grabs the crowbar. He's still beating the shit out of the guy. Beats the guy through the door into the stall she's in. And instead of her swinging, here you go, beat me with it.
Yeah.
Man.
As that dude's getting murdered, crawl under the stall and get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
Yo, but at least hit him.
Why? First of all,
I can't help you.
You're literally hearing the man get murdered.
Yeah.
Right in front of you.
And you think to yourself, you know what's a good idea? I'm gonna wait till he's dead, so I can be next.
She just finished watching.
Stalls have like a hole like that big.
Yeah.
So you can
go through it. She just finished watching Sudden Death, and I don't give a fuck if this whole stadium falls down. You stay right where the fuck you are. And she followed the rule.
No, you know what it is. She was like, I'm gonna wait until Mike gets tired. He's gonna need to take a nap. He's older. He's gonna need to take a nap, and then I'll just walk out the fucking bathroom.
Clearly, one of all serial killers' problems is endurance.
Yeah.
These are the guys that kill massive people. Endurance is their problem.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
Bitch.
Yo, but you notice they paid $3,000 to have the interview with Lori, and she didn't answer one goddamn question. And she was basically well, you know already the answer, so give me my money, get the fuck out of here.
She got him for money and just bought more bullets and gas.
She gave the money to the granddaughter.
No, but I'm just saying.
No, but yeah, pretty much, yeah, that's what it was. But
that's what she does.
I personally love the question.
Yo,
I love the answer.
I'm surprised there were no traps around her house. Because the way the granddaughter was just running, I was expecting her to get like strung up on some shit, fall into a ditch, something.
It's funny. She actually said like some of the traps were made for Michael's weight. I don't know how the fuck she knows his weight. By the way, but like it was built for a guy like him.
Well,
for somebody.
If you poke a man in,
great estimate. By the way,
if you poke a man in the eye, you know his weight.
That's how they do it in the carnivals. But step right up. Let me guess your weight. Right in the face.
That's it.
Said 120 pounds. Really? That's your guess? What the fuck is wrong with you? No. Give my money back.
All right, let me guess again. 142 pounds. Oh, man.
Yeah.
He killed 5 people. I love that answer. He killed 5 people, and that's what the fuck you want to know?
Yeah, he's human.
Word. I was perfect to me. I didn't need the answers. That's exactly how she should have.
Oh, the best part is like, does the boogeyman exist? Bitch, you just saw him. You just fucking came for visiting him. You tell me, motherfucker. He gonna rip your teeth out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my man said, creak, 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 all those fucking teeth. He hates mechanics. Can we get in? Yo, that has to be a subject. Why does this man hate mechanics so fucking much, bro? It cannot be just the suit. He cannot be that like.
Sometimes it's literally that simple.
But what is it? He's like, yo, I have a jumpsuit in the insane asylum, but it's white.
Yo, first of all,
I like my shit blue.
I'm telling you right now. He's like, yo, that jumpsuit should always be mine. I don't know why you're rocking my gear. This is the only gear I'm comfortable with, except for this, this white outfit in the insane asylum. I'm either rocking that or this, bro. You're in my gear.
Yeah.
And then you have the audacity to be as tall as me.
Yeah.
I'm willing to bet, right? I'm willing to bet this. In the first one, like I said, because he drove, he probably cut the dude off. They wound up in the ditch. The dude came out and was like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with you? And Mike responded the way he always did. What the fuck you talking to me for? Killed him. Just took his clothes. because he was wearing a fucking gown. So you got to remember, Mike's not stupid.
Nope.
He's not stupid. So in this one, if you're watching, he wasn't following the reporters. He just so happened to show up at the same place. And if you look at him, when he's walking, you could tell something caught his eye. And he just went in that direction.
Hold on, wait. So my man was like on some... That's that bitch right there? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You want me to say something?
Yeah, you got yourself a nigga now.
Were there two assholes mocking me with my mask in my face?
Yeah.
Oh, it's them. Oh, y'all gotta die.
And then the dude with the overalls, he saw something, and what the last time he wore, he recognized what it was, and he just went and did the same thing. Because he recognized something, he went and took it.
Hold on, Show, a lot of people don't know this, but Show won Junior Detective of the Year back in 1995. So Show, we want to hear your explanation on why this man is obsessed with those overalls.
It's exactly what Caps is saying. Like, he already said it. This is what I originally got into when I was whipping Laurie ass first 40 years ago. I need that shit again. This is my suit. I'm not gonna what you wanted him to wear Tim's and jeans. Like, nah, I'm gonna switch it up. Nah, I want my fucking suit and I want my mask. This is my mask. Matter of fact, when he opened the trunk, he just looked like he was. You could see the little smirk. He pulled it out. This is my shit. Yes.
It's true.
So he looked happy as fuck, and we didn't even see his face.
Word.
And that was another good thing. Like you never back of the head, like certain lower parts, whatever. It's never his full on.
They give you enough. It's weird. They give you enough to humanize him.
Yes,
but never enough that you feel compelled to root for him or to empathize.
It's funny because when you can, here's a great psychology thing that I didn't realize that, and I realized that I was reading a book, and then I looked it up and I saw it. When you can't connect with somebody's eyes, you can't connect with their soul. A lot of people say, so you never see Michael's soul. You just see the shape, the body. There's no soul. There's no soul to Michael Myers. It's just a physical being. That's it. So when you can never see the eyes, that doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like, I can't connect with somebody if I don't look them. Like when I work with kids, I like, yo, listen, if somebody's talking to you, you look them right in the eye. This is how I was brought up. I'm pretty sure same way with you guys, right?
Yep.
Like when you talk to somebody, like when somebody looks away from me, I'll be like, yo.
I'm looking at you right in the eyes right now.
Right, that's what I'm saying, right? And I'm like, yo, when you talk to somebody and I'm like, my man, I'm talking to you right here. And is that connection that you don't get with Michael that makes it so impersonal. And like you said, you don't cheer for him because I'm like, I don't know who this is. It's a blank slate, like you said, just like I don't want to make it sound fucked up. It's like, like it's nothing. There's nothing to him. You know what I mean?
So the original
out of that, you know what I mean?
The people who originated the mask, they painted it white for the fact that you can literally project whoever you want on there. You could project your own fear onto that.
Yep.
So it's not that you're really afraid of Michael Myers. It's the shape. Takes the shape of whatever scares you.
Yeah. And that's why that scene with the kid where the light isn't turned on yet, and like it's just a massive shape, a massive being. It's a figure. Then the light goes on. He goes, "Shit! Oh yeah, it's over."
Yep.
It was like it's over. You're not getting away. So letting you know. But yeah, it's just that like I said, it's impersonal when you don't see the eyes. You know what I mean? Like Freddy would, in the dreams, he's shit. Then
it's a little too personal.
Jason gets his eye poked out every fucking movie. Somehow it grows back. I don't know what that's about.
Oh,
but Michael is just
yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just white and it's just a force of nature. You know what I mean? And it's weird, but it makes sense.
Yeah. So there's another fun fact for Show. In 2004, Show just left the doctor's office and drove by Harvard. So that's how he got his doctorate degree from Harvard. Correct. Yeah, and so he got his doctorate degree in psychology. He didn't speak much yesterday because we hit everything on the nose. Yeah, we was 100%. Yeah, we was 100% correct with every diagnosis we
psychoanalysis, gave. Yes. The analogy we did.
Everything. We was correct 100%. So I want to drop this by show. I said this earlier before you came here, show that I have a feeling that Michael Myers, when he was a kid, his first memory was his father coming back from the mechanic complaining, "Yo, this motherfucker got me, bro. Like he charged me an arm and a leg for this shit. Where all I needed was an oil change. I should kill this motherfucker." And now he sees mechanics kill this motherfucker. You know, like, yo, I'm taking his clothes. Like, he was on some gangster shit because I'm pretty sure he was watching the Warriors back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Come out and play. So it's like, yo, he's New York gangster. That's why he don't smile. That's why he got that little bop when he's going down the alleyway. He's smacking bitches with hammers and shit. You know, like, yo, we got hammers in New York. You know what I'm saying? We call the gun the hammer. So think about it. You feel me? So my man is like, not only am I gonna kill you because you fucked with my pops, and I like my pops. I didn't kill my pops. I killed my sister. I like my pops. You fucked with my pops, but I'm gonna run your shit. You got yourself a nigga now.
Yo, Toe, can I ask you a question, Toe?
What's up?
When you were reaching for that hammer one, did you pull something?
No, I'm very
reaching hard for that hammer.
I'm very limber. I'm very limber.
I feel like there was a strain right here. Right here at the wings. But I'm with you. I'm with it. If we get him a pair of Timbs and some jeans, he could possibly be from South Bronx. It could happen.
That's what it was. Yeah, that's what it was.
Mikey from the Bronx. I got you.
Right, show. Am I correct in this analogy or what's up?
I agree. I was thinking something else, but I agree with what you said now. You changed my mind. I thought his father might have been, since the movies was always about fucking back in the days, I thought maybe he found his mother fucking a mechanic. And that's his dad. Nah, I love this suit. This is what my mother used to fuck around with.
He was
always was on the floor.
You and Toe, the Sigmund Freud motherfuckers, bro. Everything is about sex with some other.
Hey, they made it seem like that. They always babysitting and fucking.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, right. Let's go with that. Go ahead.
Yo, Citizens on Patrol Part 1.
I'm learning not to fight. I'm just gonna go with it at this point.
Yo, Part 1.
Analyze it at this point.
Yo, Part 1 is Citizens on Patrol. That's all they was doing. I'm babysitting and I'm fucking in your house.
And I'm fucking.
And Michael Myers was like, not today. Not up in here. I have too much integrity to let you come into someone else's house and fuck in their room while their kids is here. I'm killing you. That's the only logical choice here. I'm killing you. Like, I did what I needed to do by killing the mechanic because he fucked over my pops. I'm chilling. But now I see you breaking in and entering a facility. And
breaking in?
Yep.
A
facility, which is called a house, and you trying to fuck in it. You're trying to besmirch, because we all know that Michael Myers has a plethora of words in his vocabulary. He's trying to besmirch my man's house, so I'm killing you.
I gotta ask one question. How long have you been waiting to use besmirched?
It just pops. It pops in my head.
Really?
Yeah,
I feel like you planned that one. You were waiting to be smirched.
I don't like to think.
Okay.
I'm like Billy Crystal. There's no filter. There's no fucking filter.
Exactly.
Yo, what you did was this. This is what you did here. You did as far as you can make it.
And I connected the dots. I'm putting the pieces together. Like American Gangster, which took place in New York. Well, now we know where Michael Myers got his motives from.
Facts.
Thank you, show.
Mikey from the block.
Mikey from the block.
Yeah, that's what we called him.
You just demoted one of the best serial killers of all horror, Mikey from the block.
Hey, hit the NFL
draft thing. You doing? I'm sorry. What kind of J-Lo shit are you doing to him? From the block kind of shit. What's wrong with you? Mike from the block?
Oh shit!
I'm sorry, Cap. Go ahead, man. That's real disrespectful.
It is.
So
graphic is in.
This is only for the Tone Show. Where is Haddonfield?
Illinois.
All right.
Wait. You see how he's looking at me like, nah, Toe, shut up. Let Show answer.
You said it was for both of us.
Yeah, Show's
Yeah.
right?
The question's for you guys.
So Toe Tags is right. So Show, name another big city from Illinois.
Chicago?
Oh, okay. You got it.
I told you we have our doctorate degree. We drove past Harvard.
I drove past it.
And yeah, we could have played for Vanderbilt. Don't get it twisted.
Come on. Flag on the play.
It's gonna make it more difficult.
Throwing flags. What the fuck does a doctrine have to do with actually knowing cities?
We're not stupid people.
No, but I'm just. This is geography. This is not like you're not psychoanalyzing anything. It's like I know the capital of that state. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You made it sound like since we're doctors, we know all this shit.
Yeah, you gotta know all this shit.
I know some dumbass physicians. So
no, I hear you, but I'm a neurosurgeon and he's a brain surgeon, and that makes neurosurgeon and he's a brain surgeon, and that's what makes us able to justify our answers intellectually.
Now, Cap, I want you to back me up on this one. You say you're a neurosurgeon, right?
Yes.
All right.
And he's a brain surgeon.
Yes.
We're both the same doctors. See?
Cap. See? Right? Is this not the same thing?
Yeah.
No, I do surgeries for neurological disorders, and he works on the brain.
But,
you know what? Fuck it. I'll go with it.
That sounds the same.
I am learning to flow with it.
You confused me.
Somewhere, Reed Richards and Dr. Doom are like, what?
Yo, I'm telling you right now, if we had my boy Neil deGrasse Tyson on this show, he'll back me up 100%.
You mean Neil Patrick Harris?
And him too. Neil Patrick Harris.
You were gonna say Doogie Howser.
I was gonna say Neil deGrasse Tyson, but I fucked up with Neil Patrick. But either one of them will back me up because they know. Neil deGrasse Tyson. Neil deGrasse Tyson knows. All right? And I know he knows.
So you just opened up the forbidden door. Hit that button again.
Oh, shit.
Show, and only Show.
Oh, shit.
Name me one neurological disorder. You got your doctorate.
Wait, now, he said he was the neurological science. I'm the brain doctor. You wanted a brain disease? A neurological problem.
I think that's our answer. That might be the answer. I'm sorry. Go ahead, man. If you got it, go ahead.
A neurological problem. What did Chris Canyon have?
He was gay.
Nah, he had a. Was he skit? No, he was a skit. Alzheimer's disease is neurological. But he had something. He was bipolar. That's another one.
Okay. So apparently you guys did drive by Harvard.
You see? We drove by there. We picked up the doctorate or whatever he was.
Hold on. You picked up the doctorate or did you get your doctorate?
No, the doctorate is a person.
And he knighted us. Yeah. Now we are known collectively as the fucking doctors.
The fucking doctors.
The fucking doctors.
Hey ho.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Analyze This?
Yes.
You'll get it. Funny movie. Watch it. It's Billy Crystal and Robert De Niro. You never think that combination would work, and it's
magic. Yeah, it's magic.
It's magic. It's awesome.
Yo, on a short little tangent, Billy Crystal has a stand-up / one-man show about like 500 summers or something like that, where he spent with his dad or some shit with his family life. And he has a bit in it where he talks about him being Jewish, the fact that he's circumcised. He's talking to a girl about something, and this fucking thing where he's like, he was so into this girl, he actually said the comment. He's like, and if they didn't circumcise me, I'd have knocked that motherfucking door down. It's the funniest shit I've ever heard him say.
I gotta check that out. Wait,
it's
is
funny.
that on Netflix?
What a lot of people,
it was the
I'm
HBO
gonna look it
special.
up to see where it
what
is.
a lot of people forget about Billy Crystal, right, and Whoopi Goldberg also.
Yeah, Whoopi Goldberg's funny.
He really did a lot more stand-up in the early mid-'80s than people remember. Like they did stand-up. You know what I mean?
Or stand-up comedian.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. Like that's like, because the thing is, right? They did a whole thing about helping the homeless. It was like it was a charity thing for that. You know what I mean? And in the hosts were Billy Crystal, Whoopi Goldberg, and Robin Williams. Rest in peace, Robin. You know what I'm saying? And it was them three, right? And they would all do it was like a kind of Kings of Comedy. In between every comedian, they'll come up and they'll do a little set, and then they'll have the featured comedians that they're bringing up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's called 700 Sundays.
Yeah,
there you go.
It's on HBO Max, show.
On HBO Max. Yo, if you guys, it is outstanding.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the last Whoopi Goldberg stand up I've seen, this is years ago. This is when she was talking about Dick Cheney and shit. That shit was hilarious. That shit was hilarious, because the one thing about comedians back in the day, they didn't just tell jokes, they told a story.
Absolutely, yeah.
And that story could captivate you without laughing, and you'll be like, bravo, fucking bravo.
Like
I thought of that.
Yeah. Like I put a guy that I train with, right? I put him on with George Carlin, right? Like George Carlin was like, if you know this say, I don't like the term spirit animal, but George Carlin, you know what I mean?
Yep.
And he was like, yo, when was this? I was like, oh, this is like, his first stuff to now. And he's like, yo, he called everything. I was like, yeah. George Carlin was ahead of his time, was even disrespectful to him at that point. Like he knew, he goes, politicians are pieces of shit. All these people that think they're better, they're pieces of shit too. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we're the greatest country in the world. Nah, we're a piece of shit too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he saw all the errors and called it out, and people were like, yo, but why? He goes, so you don't like to being called out on your bullshit? Is this what the problem is with this country is? Like, you don't like being called out on your bullshit? Like a politician literally got mad at him for it. It was like, well, we feel like you're degrading the United States of America. No. I'm pointing out the fact that you're a piece of shit.
You're degrading it.
Yeah, you're a politician. You're a piece of shit, and you need to understand how much of a piece of shit you are to all the sheep that doesn't understand that they're being degraded by you.
Yep.
So guys get a chance, George Carlin, anything he does.
Yeah.
You don't have to look for anything specific. My watch is even telling me George Carlin was dope. Just did it.
See?
I heard him.
Nothing specific. Just look it up, watch it, learn, and laugh.
Yeah.
I don't remember which movie. Was George Carlin the one sucking dick for a ride in the truck? He was hitchhiking in the movie. And then when he got in, it was a comedy. When he got in the truck, the guy said, you know what you got to do. My man George Carlin looked at the camera, and then just went in his lap. I don't remember what movie that was. Did he have long hair, long white hair? He always looked old skinny guy, long hair,
He
white
was
long hair.
You know what's funny? I forget that movie, but he might be right.
Like, what movie was?
I do it by the show with Kevin Smith.
Damn, I can't remember.
Jay Silent Bob.
There it is.
That's the one. He gets in the trucker's thing and he goes, yeah, I do it by the book.
Yep.
Yeah, that's him. There it is. That's him.
That shit was hilarious, V.
Yeah.
My man said, I know what to do. They put a little sound effect and everything.
They get into one with a nun and he goes, oh, I do it by the book, but they completely misunderstand because the nun is talking about the Bible.
Yeah, he tried to do it. He's like, I got it. And then he went down on the nun. The nuns, they kicked him out. I ripped that. Yo, now I remember. That shit was hilarious. I got to look him up.
That's probably his last movie. Yeah.
Damn, he died that long ago?
Yeah. George Carlin,
2008.
Wow.
But like I said, you guys get a chance. Anything he does, just watch it and, like I said, learn and laugh and realize he's really right.
Yeah.
Sadly, but it's everything.
Yeah. If you look up no bullshit in the dictionary, his face is there. And from a comedian too, that's crazy. He's no bullshitting. He's not bullshitting you. He even goes about religion, like he talks shit about religion and all that other shit, and you're like, yo, this is supposed to be funny, but this is straight up facts. Like
he was an atheist, and he loved like poking religion. He loved fucking with religious people. Like I remember once I read a story where he was like at the comedy cellar, and he's talking about religion, and like this almost like televangelist person gets up, and he's like, okay, so you believe in God, right? And then he just broke the dude down, and the dude just left, and he's like that, and that's a problem with religion. The moment you poke one hole, it all crumbles. Yep. And I was like, it's amazing. And that's a cerebral comedian. That's a beautiful thing.
Oh yeah.
See, the thing that makes him so good at it is he actually read the Bible. He actually knows he knows what he's talking about, so he knows where the holes are, and he's not just throwing darts at shit and hoping it is there.
Yeah. Like he's strategically like, all right, so you want to play this game?
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. I was waiting for you. Once again, another guy that he's waiting for that smoke and he's ready.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yo,
we sidetracked from that.
Yeah, one of my favorite jokes from him is like, you notice when everyone dies, they're always up there looking down and no one's down there looking up. Like you never, George, that son of a bitch, I bet you he's down there looking up at us smiling.
Yo, I like his whole bit where he's talking about religion. He's like, yo, I'm going to worship the sun because I can see it. And it comes back every day. I know it's there. I'm going to pray to Joe Pesci because Joe Pesci can actually do some shit if I ask him.
Yeah, my barking dog, I pray to Joe Pesci to silence. He goes there with his bat. The dog don't bark no more.
Absolutely. And when he does like those like 5-minute rants.
Oh yeah,
like in one breath, and he points everything out, and he just goes, "Really?" And that's the people you want to back up. And everybody goes, and I love it because everybody pulls back at first, and then they realize how funny and right he is.
Yep.
It's kind of like a little bit like Bill Burr when he's talking about hitting women. He goes, "Yo, don't pull back. Don't pull back. I'm being honest here. Let's talk. Let's be real." It's kind of that. You get that kind of like, oh my God, he said that. Then you go, wait, but it is funny though. Like he's not lying.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of comedy I absolutely love. Like Anthony Jeselnik.
I love him.
Oh, Anthony Jeselnik. His comedy is dark but honest. You know what I mean?
Douchebag.
Like I remember my favorite thing with him, right? Where he's in Chicago and they have like the balconies, and he goes, "I'm gonna get into a rape joke." Yo, like that. All of a sudden, somebody says something from above him, and he looks. He goes, "All right." And then he says another rape. He looks at the person. He goes, "That's 2 rape jokes." You know what I mean? Like,
yep. You keep talking, I'm gonna ask.
It's like you're gonna heckle me. I'm gonna the levels that I'm gonna get to you in a cerebral way is gonna piss you off, but everybody else is gonna love it. You know what I mean? It's like you got to learn who to heckle. Like, don't heckle certain people. And I just love that dark cerebral comedy. You know what I mean? Where you're laughing, you go, I shouldn't be laughing at this, but fuck, he's right. You know what I mean? And George Carlin was definitely the originator of that to me. He was definitely it's dark, it's morbid sometimes, but it's the truth. It's fact. It's like, yo, yeah, politics is a piece of shit. Religion is sometimes bullshit. Like it picks and chooses what it wants to do, and people suck sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah, and due to state law, they fuck you with the cell phones.
Hey, listen, man. If I can ever do stand up, that's gonna be part of my routine. This is to my boy Toe Tags, state law, and then go from there.
That's it. All right, yo, getting back to the movie, I want to know what you guys' favorite parts are, and then show.
Please show.
I mentioned one of them when that kid when he says, "Yo, close that closet door," and she goes, "Blink, blink," and by the second time, the door pops open and he comes out, and the kid just says, "Fuck this."
Gotcha, bitch.
Yeah, yo, he was out. Yo, ran right by the boyfriend. Choom.
You gonna
Get
die?
the fuck word. Get the fuck out. That was one. I was dying. My second favorite part was the ending, where it was like a little switcheroo. Like, I did not know. I thought the basement was meant for them to hide from him, and then at the end, boom. The girl. Well, I'm gonna put two parts together because she's like, "No, mom, I can't do it." Gotcha, bitch. Bang.
Gotcha, bitch.
Yo, as soon as he popped out, psych, shot him right in the fucking head. And then
Psych.
the way it transformed is like, nah, this is not for us to hide. This whole house was a trap for Michael. Clink. They put the little bars, they fucking put the gas, which is confusing that they burnt the whole fucking house for one guy. And there's another movie, so I'm guessing it didn't work.
Well, yo, if you want to kill a spider, you shoot a shotgun at it.
Word, that's what they burnt. The whole fucking gas came up from the roof on the fucking second floor from her room. The room with the little house got burnt. I'm like, how the fuck she burnt the whole house and not just that little basement area? But okay. Those were my couple of my favorite parts.
All right.
Tab, you sound like you wanted to say something.
No, well, so she burnt the whole house down because if you notice, she kept hitting doors and closing off shit. They could have literally trapped him at any part of the house. And instead of just trying to guess which part he'd wind up in, just burned the whole fucking thing. So no matter where he is, he gets fucked.
That's an absolute thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
So my favorite part is what Cheryl said. The daughter, where she's crying like, "Yo, I can't do this," and then she called him.
Gotcha,
I'm
bitch.
not gonna lie. The first time watching it in the theater, when she was like, "Mom, I'm sorry, I can't do this," I fucking teared up. She got me because I was like, "Damn, 40 years. She told you, and it happened, and now you can't
pull the trigger."
To hear those words, "Mom, I'm sorry, I can't do it," that got to me. And then the minute she switched, yo, I've never been so happy in my life. I was like, "This bitch is amazing."
Word, psych.
That's my absolute favorite part.
That was really good. That switch when you just hear go,
Clink.
Fuck.
Got him.
You're not as big as a cunt as I thought you were. You still are, but you know.
That part perfectly surmises why my entire life, if a woman or a girl cried in front of me, I don't give a shit. Like, if I can't tell, like, if I wasn't there to see the legitimate reason something happened and you just start crying in front of me, I'm like, yo, I don't fucking trust you.
He's like,
with the real shit. Cut the tears, bitch. Because
that's when you get the
nope.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Do the switch.
Word. Yeah, late.
All right. Yeah. I got two. Would they kill the dumbass kid that walked towards Michael Myers? I mean, come on. You're walking towards death. You deserve it. And then I like the cop, but when he stomps the shit out of his head, I was like, this is why I'm here. This is why I came. For shit like that. When he did it, somebody goes, "Oh," I was like, there it is. That's the reaction I need in a horror movie. Like, you wouldn't believe that somebody can crush somebody's head like a fucking melon. But Michael Myers, you do. You know what I mean?
That's some big
So
ass.
that whole between the kid and that. By the way, honorable mention, the reporters.
I hear that.
That's an honorable mention. It wasn't great to me because I couldn't see him destroy the male reporter who had the mask in his face, but it was fun. But the kid and the cop, you know what I'm saying? When he stopped, I was like, oh, that's
the doctor.
A horrible way to go.
He stomped on the doctor.
Yeah.
I think the cop got killed by the doctor with the fucking wrench.
But you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, yeah, it was definitely those two. Mostly the kid, because he's an idiot. And a fucking douchebag. There you go.
So hey, we was kids. That was a nice trick. Listen, your boyfriend don't want you. Come on, I'll take you home.
Bird.
He sure went for it.
You ain't gotta go far.
How did that work out for him, Shook?
Not good.
Yeah, well, I mean, you don't try to fucking force yourself on her while there's death is on the line.
Or while death was in the, he might have got it if she would have school.
Yeah, yo. Yeah. But so my favorite ones, I have a few. And my top of the top one is when the cop's like, there goes that motherfucker right there. Everybody hold your horses. Hold on. And he runs his ass over. And the therapist is like, you killed him. He goes, good. I'm still going to blow his fucking brains out. That part right there, from him running him over and him saying that line, my favorite part of the movie. The second favorite part of the movie is in the beginning when the bus gets flipped over and the kid is with the gun. And the doctor goes, don't shoot, bow, and shoots him. Because I would be on some, that's exactly what a crazy person would say if they were trying to kill me. Don't shoot, bow, nah, I'm onto your tricks. But also, when he went back into the car and he died, I was like, that's what you get. You should have never left the vehicle. Everyone knows in a situation like that, you don't leave the vehicle, you go to the next town, you call the cops. You left the vehicle and you came back, you didn't check it, you need kapow. And I was happy that my man Michael did that for us. He did that for us, not for him, but for us. To teach these young kids, don't be no hero. Mm-hmm. All right, yeah. And then shit.
Keep thinking.
Yeah, right.
Keep thinking. I got an honorable mention while you think.
Good.
When she walks up to the house, when he killed the babysitter. And Laurie and the cop gets there. The cop is inside. And Laurie sees him in the mirror. Bow! Shoots the mirror. I don't know why. I love the way he was walking. My man saw the bullet and he just started walking. Like, he had a little pep to his step. He walked down the stairs. The cop said, Michael! My man said, boop, beep, boop, boop, beep, boop, boop.
But that's another part though, show. Because she shot at him and the cop turned around and said, I don't give a shit who's shooting. There he goes. I'm shooting him also. And my man was like, "Oh, y'all niggas serious." And he goes down the stairs, and then he's just leaving. He didn't go. There goes the bitch right there. I'm gonna kill her. He was like, I don't know who this crazy bitch is.
Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna get the fuck out of the
He's like, this crazy bitch got a gun. And we already know that he doesn't fuck with guns because that's why he didn't kill the black family. He went to the woman with the knives. He don't fuck with guns. And he's like, yo, this bitch got a gun. She gonna hurt somebody. Let me get out of here. Cause I ain't trying to be, I don't want that. I don't want to look like that. I don't want that smoke.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
That's how y'all gonna do this?
He's the Batman. He's the Batman of murderers and shit. He don't use guns. You know what I'm saying? And then he gets shot and my man said, poof. He's like, you know what? You lucky I ain't got time right now. Fuck with it. Fuck with me when I got time. We'll see what happens. And he boogies. Yeah, he boogies.
He went out the back door like nothing. I'm out.
Yeah.
These niggas got guns. Hell nah.
Yeah. And then, when he got to her crib, he's like, oh, that's the bitch that shot at me for no reason. I got time now. You got yourself a nigga now. And then, he goes through the glass. He goes through the fucking fence. And he grabs her by the throat. He got her in the air. He about to snap that bitch neck. And she shoots his hand off for no reason.
I think in like horror movies, my favorite thing is when somebody breaks through any kind of surface and then pulls a person through. I don't know why it's so satisfying to me to watch that part, stuff like that. But I like when on some like, I'm like,
she had him in the air through the fucking wall.
Yeah. It might be a little bit of a little scorpion. They're like, come here, some like,
yeah, for real.
Yeah, I'm pulling you through. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, I also have an honorable mention. it's not a scene per se, but the fact that the granddaughter saw her boyfriend cheating and was like, "Nah, fuck that. I don't need him. I'm out. I'm not gonna tolerate this bullshit."
Word.
And then the best friend tried to jump in, and she was like, "Nah, motherfucker. Are you not listening to me? I'm not tolerating this bullshit. Fuck both of y'all." Because normally in horror movies, they always write the women to be either the final girl or the slut or, just some random bitch who's not. Like, this was an actual fucking thought out human who's like, no. I recognize when the line has to be drawn. I drew it. That's it.
Well, he ain't got no game because he should have been like, if you really want to make him jealous, then I'm your man. You know what I'm saying?
So we know Michael is coming after toe tags.
No. I got my doctrine, bro. I'm not stupid.
Mm-hmm.
I don't fuck. I don't fuck with Mike Myers. I'll be like that kid that bumped into him, like, oh my bad, and keep it moving, keep it pushing. We ain't got no beef here. And Mike, you saw Mike. He did the little hey, and they kept it moving. Like, all right, cool. They don't want no smoke.
Like in the original one, where the kid ran into him, he stopped him. He goes, "That's it."
Yeah.
Michael don't kill the kids. The kids are dicks.
Yeah, for real.
Wasn't he following that little kid in part 1 though?
He was making sure that he went home safe.
When he bumped into him, the boogeyman.
A different kid bumped into him, and then he was.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
It
wasn't the kid. Yeah, it was the kid. He had like a stupid bowl cut. This kid had curly hair or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Difference. Yeah. I mean, they were both generic, but whatever.
No, but I do like that they took that lovey-dovey shit out of it.
And you know what's funny about it is that realistically in the setting, it needs to go away. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. At the end of the day, this is a serial killer. There's no room for that shit in this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the realistic part is love has nothing to do with murder at this point.
Unless you love murder.
True.
But other than that, fuck it.
Yeah. So, Cap, you were going to connect out all of this, right?
Yes.
So, this is how. All right. This is for anybody who is a fan of the original movies and is a fan of these movies. This is how you can. I'm going to give you a lens in which to view this and a context to keep everything together, so you don't have to throw the baby out with the bathwater, as they say. Which is, I don't know, I don't understand that saying, but it's the saying they use. So, in 1978, Laurie Strode gets randomly attacked by Michael Myers. He kills her friends, tries to kill her. He was stopped. All right. 40 years later, she is suffering from PTSD, suffering from a whole bunch of other mental disorders, overprepared. We see what happens in this movie. And this movie suggests that none of the other shit happens. But here's what I propose. The original sequel, Halloween 2, takes place only in Laurie's head. Right after she comes across Michael Myers the shape, they take her to the hospital, and inside the hospital, she has a nightmare about him still coming after her. That's laying the groundwork for her PTSD now, 40 years later.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So part 2 only happens to the character Laurie. Part 3 through 6 is now the lore of Michael Myers. So the third one, the Season of the Witch, is somebody starting the lore of Michael Myers and misunderstanding, going, oh, it wasn't him, it was the mask he put on that drove him crazy. And that's the story they told. Then part 4, 5, and 6 is other people going, no. I heard Michael Myers was in some sort of death cult and he had to kill all of his family. And that Laurie was his sister, really. And that's what he's doing all this. Right? So that's how you can connect. It's stories that people are telling of the boogeyman, even though he's been locked away. Then you get to Halloween H2O. they mention the fact that in this movie that Laurie had 2 marriages. One failed and then this one. The last one that gave her daughter. Well, in keeping with the lore of Michael Myers, people concocted a story that Laurie changed her name, moved to California, had a marriage, had a son. Mike came after her, and she went crazy because she killed an innocent man when she thought it was Michael Myers.
Mm.
So again, it's just more stories of the Shape that other people have told to keep this legend alive.
Mm.
Halloween Resurrection is a copycat. That's not Michael Myers, obviously. That's how Busta Rhymes was able to whoop his ass with some crazy ass jujitsu and shit like that. And they had the whole Dangertainment shit. That all the stories that led up to it, that led up to that movie, inspired a copycat.
Yeah,
that's how you can keep Resurrection on. The Rob Zombie Halloween movies, I'd say you look at them as movies in this universe. Some director came up and was like, "Yo, I heard about the story of Michael Myers," and he made 2 movies. And just like movies nowadays, like if you look at Black Mass with Johnny Depp, great movie, but it didn't hit the zeitgeist. So you have 2 movies that came out, didn't hit the zeitgeist. Nobody really talks about them because they weren't anything special. Mm-hmm. Now you bring that to today. Laurie has been dealing with 40 years of hearing Michael's in the death cult, her failed marriages because he came back and did some shit. Like the 2 movies came out and she's fucking done with it. You get to her daughter, who her daughter was told for the last 20, 30 years, none of what happened should be taken to the extent that your mom has taken it. You got to separate yourself from that. The world around her, because even the kid was like, yo, shouldn't she have gotten over it? I mean, he killed like 5 people back then. Because the world around it knows the truth, where he only killed about 6 people. He's been locked away this whole time. And there's little bullshit stories that go around. And again, the only person who really knows the truth, the cop who was there, who knows the exact level to be at, and Laurie Strode, who knows the exact level to be at. The doctor himself, the new doctor, had 40 years of listening to Loomis's tapes, hearing all the stories. Maybe he went and saw the Rob Zombie film, and he got his obsession of what is it that Loomis was so afraid of? Because to me, he's just been a man who was staring at a wall this whole time.
Yeah,
that's how he grew his obsession. The 2 the journalists, the reporters, they were there not to interview Michael Myers for what he did. They were there to interview the Shape for who they think he is, for all the stories, because you have 40 years of hearing all this bullshit from the other movies, and they're like, hey, I bet you all those stories are so exaggerated that if we go up to him, he's nothing like what we've been hearing. And if you look at it through that lens, you can see how all that you can still watch the entirety, every single Halloween movie that's come out, and you could still get from 1978 to 2018 in that one loop, and everything is still within that same universe, and you don't have to throw it out and negate different shit that happens.
I can definitely see that. You know what I mean? Wow, that's where they connected. It's good. Man, that's really creative. That's good. It's really good. It's good. You know what I mean? I wish I would have heard that before I watched those movies.
Yeah, right.
Once you finish that, I was like, yo, I could enjoy these movies more if I would have heard that before I saw them.
Mm-hmm. They explained it to us.
They gotta be like, yo,
this show we're watching.
And, it's a great like Elseworld thing.
Yeah. And
that's what I treat the Punisher movies like. Elseworld stories. You know what I mean? Like, this is Punisher, this realm. But no, that is a fantastic take on it, Cap. I would have never thought of that because I was pissed off because the movie to me sucked. But once again, you tell me this After I watch one, right, and then the rest of them come out, I'm gonna go. Now I can watch the rest of them and go, it's leading to something better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And everything somehow connects to better. Which that is a great take on it, man. I'm Jesus Christ, I'm happy you did that. Yo, I don't feel so bad about watching those movies. I just feel bad about the time.
I had to do that because I was reading. I was been doing a lot of watching a lot of interviews of Jamie Lee Curtis talking about her rejoining for the 2018, and she kept saying that in her mind, the character of Laurie went to the hospital, got checked out, and her parents just made her go back to school the next day because that's how they did it back in those days.
Oh, so there was no counseling or nothing.
Yeah,
she went back like raw ass in there.
And she became, what do you call it? She was like, oh, she probably became a freak, and that's why she started drinking and sleeping around and all this shit and the failed marriages. And I was listening to her talk about that, about her thinking and going, you know what? There's got to be a way to. So, like for me, I know Halloween Resurrection gets shit on by everybody, but I actually like that movie. Because even though it's Busta Rhymes and it's silly and all that, somebody actually stood up to the shape.
True. It's true. Yeah.
So I was sitting here like, yo, how can we keep it that all this shit that you're telling me didn't happen, but clearly we see it on screen. How can we make that matter? Oh, we make it somebody else. This is somebody else telling us the story of the boogeyman.
But it also makes sense that he's a copycat because you wouldn't know his actual motive. So you would think that him being in the house, he killed people in his neighborhood, so he's just stopping people from coming in his house.
Yeah. He just went back to the original Michael's place.
Yeah,
and like he's such a fanboy that happened. You know what I mean? No, I mean, like I said, I can. I like when we watch the rest of them after one and like with that mindset go, damn, this is really good. Now I can sit back and go, that makes sense. You know what I mean? Because with that continuity kind of Elseworld thing, you can kind of like you just made it. You can weave through it and go, yeah, I see it. You know what I mean? I see it. Like the Rob Zombie ones, I think that's a perfect interpretation you had of it. Like this is somebody seeing Michael Myers outside. It's not actually him. It's a version of him that somebody sees in their mind.
Yeah, it's like that movie. What is it? Flight 93, the movie about the flight from 9/11 that was crashed.
Yes.
To me, I was thinking of it like that, where it's somebody's true story of what they think happened on that night.
Understood. Yes. Yeah, that's a way we think about it. You know what I mean? That would make the other ones a little more watchable. You know, but yeah, no, I'm with that 100%, man. That is we never thought of that ever. You know what I mean? But now I might have to add some of those to my Halloween watch. You know, like I'm telling you, man. I if I don't do the parade or go out somewhere, I just do Halloween movies, and usually The Lost Boys is like top 10. You know, that's when I was afraid of vampires.
Wow, you're afraid of those who glitter in the sunlight?
No, I'm not afraid of those. I'm afraid of those vampires and Blade. Because Blade is a vampire and will cut your head off. But no, it's funny, and I'm pretty sure Cabs will probably agree with me, Krills too. It's kind of like a very analytical way of looking at it. And it's kind of like and I hate to do this, but it's like a MCU kind of connective tissue to it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you're like, you know.
I initially thought of this. I was trying to think of maybe applying the same thing to like the Netflix shows. So like if Daredevil ever shows up in the MCU, you could just turn around and go, "Oh, that's the dude I heard stories of in Hell's Kitchen, and I heard he did that. And I heard he did that." But it's not necessarily true. But that's the stories we hear.
You know what I would love in that Spider-Man movie, right? Where Daredevil's talking to Spider-Man, and he goes, "I'm not a vigilante." He goes, "Son, I know a real fucking vigilante." And I'm talking about real. What are you talking about? He's all about punishment. And Spider-Man looks at him also. What? Right there. There's your segue. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah.
This is how you, and then you could even you can do the Luke Cage thing, man. You can, if you do the movie right, you can include everybody. But like, even like, yo, listen, if we need more evidence, I know a detective. I know a private investigator, Jessica Jones. Right? Now, you go like that. Listen, man, this city has more heroes than you can imagine. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. Where do you live? Queens, right? Hell's Kitchen, right? There's a hero in Harlem that's doing great things.
Yo, you even have the built-in line where you can have one of them turn around and go, but he's like, "Oh, I didn't realize there was so many of you." You can turn around and be like, "Yeah, while you were up there fighting in space, who you think was holding the shit down here?"
Absolutely correct. Yes. See, street level is street level, man. Yeah, exactly. We got heroes in Harlem, Hell's Kitchen, and we got a rampaging beasts all over the city. You know what I mean?
No,
and that's what we're talking about. Like, you can actually do it. And it's funny. It's not hard. It's really easy to do it. You know what I mean? But if you're intelligent about it, you just gotta be smart about it. Name drops.
Oh shit.
Something. I don't know. Hope
they're about to jump somebody. They both
nothing happened.
Nah, somebody's at the door. I think I heard the buzz, the beep. I'm like, they both got up.
I'm hoping they're both good. Yeah.
Yo, get the guns. Michael's outside. Michael's here.
Yeah, it was the boogeyman. He was outside. I saw him.
I see. Y'all both got up at the same time. Michael's here. Because
I'm like, who the fuck is ringing my bell at 11:30 at night?
I heard it.
When they ring the bell, they don't just do it once or twice. They keep
fucking.
I heard it.
Yeah.
I heard the. I was like, oh shit.
I'm gonna tell you a good story about that. I'm segue away, right? So, I live on the 4th floor, right? Bruh, man, 4th floor.
Mm-hmm.
Martin, you get that reference, you know it. So, and somebody is knocking, right? This is 4 a.m, right? I just happen to be up to go to the gym. Like, I'm getting ready to go to the gym. I usually I have a homemade bag that I kind of hit. You know what I'm saying? It's an army bag.
The sea bag, yeah.
The bags, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I just stuff it, and I get to work. And all of a sudden, I'm like, yo, I have my beats on, and I go, and I hear my doorbell. I'm like, I literally like, you can see my clock. My clock is right there, right? Bright blue, as fuck. And I'm like, fucking 4 a.m. Who the fuck is knocking on my door? Like, I'm like, and and it's like
I know you
raping the button, And this is before we got that whole like you dial numbers, and I'm like, oh shit. But I'm like, the problem is this is two problems. I'm in beast mode already.
Yeah.
Like, I'm in a bag and I'm already focused. And you know what I do? I go, I'm gonna go downstairs and I'm like, yo, I gotta see who the fuck's knocking on my door. In workout gear, hands are wrapped. I'm ready for all kinds of smoke.
Mouthpiece.
By the way, that came on when I was going down. And then I had my blade in my back. I had my blade in the back of my pants, by the way.
But no.
So I'm like, come down and I'm like, yo, and I'm looking and I'm like, yo, dude is clearly, he's obliterated drunk. Like, there's like a railing and he's leaning on it on some like. And I knock on the window. I'm not opening the door. I'm like, yo, because it's glass. I'm like, yo, my man, why are you knocking on my door? And he goes, you're not Julissa. I was like,
Julie.
I have a beard. I'm bald.
I
Unless
hope
that's
I'm
your
not.
thing, I'm not the person you're thinking about. And I'm like, yo, man, stop knocking on my door. I don't know the fuck are you looking for. Let me in. Because if he comes in,
I'm
he's gonna go
killing.
left. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'm like, all right, no, go away.
Julisa's
He goes, all right, I think I'm in the
busy.
wrong building. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. just
Dude, you in the whole wrong part of town, bro.
And the funny thing is, yo, you know what it is? The random, how random it is, and what I'm doing at the time, and you're like, this is a perfect storm of some shit that could have gone left for him.
You are gonna be the punching bag. I'm hanging
You
you
know
up
what I'm
on
saying?
the wall.
If you think about it, it could have gone left for that guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, but then I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, yo, listen, I've been that wasted. That I'm like, I've never gone to the wrong apartment or building, but I'm like, I can't, how do I say this? I can't in goodwill beat the shit out of somebody that's that inebriated. You know what I mean?
Wouldn't even
Yeah.
feel good.
Yeah, you're like,
I'll beat
You're
a
like-
drunk guy up.
dude, you're like, you have no idea what's going on right now. Like, yo, the world, you're here, and the world is like, fuck is wrong with you?
For real.
I was hoping the guy found his way where he was going. Hope he found Julissa. I hope he pounded his liquor away. I don't know. But it was just really weird. At the time, I'm like,
The fuck? Like these two.
and I
The
do the whole,
fuck?
that's my door. 4 a.m.
Yo, I'm gonna laugh if we
By
find
the
out.
way, here's a fun fact. It was a fucking Wednesday.
Yo, I'm gonna laugh if we
How you
find
gonna
out
obliterate on the
that
Wednesday?
Lisa lived in your building and he was in the right spot and you just cock blocked him.
Word. Lisa's next
You
door.
know what's great about it is? You know what's funny about it is? To that guy, if you're out there and you're hearing this, I could give a flying fuck. So
Yeah.
you knocked on the wrong door,
Yeah.
Mhm.
wrong time with the wrong guy.
Yeah,
Make
for
sure you
real.
like and
I
subscribe.
was in a moment, and I was feeling it, and you fucked it up for me.
For
You know
real,
what I'm saying? I
son.
had to come back upstairs, redo everything, and get that back. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it was weird. And you know what, Cap? You might be absolutely correct. There might be Julissa somewhere in this building. You know
I
whose
don't
problem
give a
that not
fuck.
is?
Fine.
Yep.
When both of y'all get up to answer the door, that's a problem.
Well, you know what it is.
When both buzz you in.
I heard it through Cap's mic, right? So then I saw him get up. Then I heard it again. Then I heard it again. I'm like, who the fuck is this?
Hey, let me
because-
go
That's
see with my
rude.
brother.
Yeah.
That's rude.
Because
Fucking,
well,
that's rude, man.
there's been times that they woke up them because I could sleep through a fucking nuclear holocaust, but they woke them up and I've been woken up like, yo, a drunk driver smashed into my pop's car and totaled it, and the cops rang our bells like, yo, they hit your car and shit like that. Like there's news. So when I'm hearing that shit, I'm like, one, who the fuck's at my door, and two, what the fuck happened now?
Who the fuck is it? It's Daddy. Oh, my bad.
Nah, because
But the thing is,
the dog goes crazy.
The doorbell rings, the dog goes crazy. So I'm trying to get up and make sure that he's not barking his ass off.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Because things I don't like is repetitiveness, and with this motherfucker barking when he's not supposed to be barking, I didn't give him permission to bark. It pisses me off. And then with the pring, 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 like, yo, I don't know if you think that we're deaf here. One time, twice the most. That's it. Get the hint. I don't need the fucking ringing the bell 42,000 times. My
You know,
pops got my
It's funny. Like I remember the other day, right? It was me and my lady, right? We were laying down, and she heard something. I was in the middle of talking to her. She heard when I heard something. I got up, grabbed the blade right away, walked through the hallway. I'm like, and I looked at the thing, and I'm like, "What did you hear?" I go, "No, I thought I heard something." It was the upstairs neighbor. You know what I mean? But my first reaction is, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like as being the way we were raised, all of us, your first thing is protection.
Yep.
That's what you guys just did that literally.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There it is.
I'm that one out
Yeah.
there with
The
the.
first thing is I have to protect mine, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And yo, all the time. all the time.
What's going on, Vincent?
All the time. You know what I'm saying? When somebody shows up and I'm like, when I hear a certain noise, and the thing is, I got a wall right here to my right. You know what I'm saying? And it's really thin to the outside, right? And my neighbors right across from me smoke, and they have like loud parties sometimes, you know what I mean? But most of the time I'm working, so I don't hear it. But when I'm home, especially I've been home lately on Saturdays, I'm like, I feel people leaning on my door, and I'm like, I just knock on my door, like my door, I just go. And the dude across from me goes, get off that man's door. Awesome. Cool dude. Know the guy, very nice. But I'm like, and I'm like this close from getting a camera, like just to see who it is, so I can work that out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's the that kind of thing when you're just getting that asshole who does that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's knock one, son. It's loud up here. I know you can't hear it down there, but it's fucking loud, bro. It's weird, man. You guys are way better than I am. I went down there and probably stomp somebody out. You guys you deal with stuff way healthier than I do.
They returned like they knew who it was. They were calm and collective.
You know what
I walk in hard like, what the fuck are you doing?
You know what it is? Because I realized today, because today was going to be one of those days. I think I actually have a split personality where there's someone inside my head that while I'm speaking stops me from speaking and stops me from being, because I'm getting out of the elevator with my cart, and my cart is packed right now. Show would know what I'm talking about. It's packed, and I'm trying to get out the elevator, and there's a lip because it's never flush. So I pick up the cart over the little lip, and I'm taking it out of the elevator. And this woman is standing behind me. I was like, excuse me. And I keep going. And she's staring at me like with disgust. And I was like, who the and I stopped and instantly calmed down and just kept walking. And I said, why the fuck did that just happen? And I was like, something inside my head stopped me from going, who the fuck are you looking at like that? Like at that point I wanted to smoke, but I think the psychiatrist or somebody inside my head was like, relax.
Neurological doctrine that you got, bro.
It was like, relax. And then with the sound of the bell, I went outside on some, who the fuck is that? And then I see Cap coming up the stairs. I was like, it's got to be someone he knows. But it's one of those, like, I'm ready for war. I'm opening up the door. Who the fuck are you? There's no.
It's your father.
Yeah. That third bell. We pass any kind of fucking conversation.
We pass anything by reasonable threats. They're doing it again.
Yo, for real.
Take the nunchucks with you. They both. I heard.
What's gonna happen? We're gonna stop doing this, and it's gonna happen to my door.
Yep, somebody's gonna be knocking on your shit. They're gonna bring.
I'm gonna lie to you, bro. My day was going great, and then that shit happens. Don't fuck my peace,
Don't fuck this up.
You know how rare it is for me to have a really peaceful day?
How I just hear Show in my hallway, just fucking laughing like.
I see the smile. I see the fucking. They got the don't fuck my shit up smile. I'm gonna fuck you up.
I just don't show, right? Like it's gonna be one of those things, like a chain effect. Like it's gonna happen here, right? Yeah. And I've had my day was like really peaceful, awesome, right? It's been really a really good day, and then when somebody just comes up and just fucks it up for you.
Oh yeah,
I'm hoping it doesn't happen now.
You got 15 minutes, Lane. You might make it.
No. I'll make it whatever I'm doing. Somebody out there might have a problem.
Yo, you know what's crazy? This woman yesterday, I'm delivering packages. I knew her for a long time at my job. And she, I deliver a package to her and she goes, yo, I want to tell you something. I really admire the way that you don't let anybody mess with your peace.
Psych!
Yo, and I looked at her. I dead ass I'm sorry, what? And she goes, no.
Messing with my peace right now.
She's like, no matter whatever you're going through and however anyone acts, you always come out here, you say good morning, you put a smile on people's faces, you always joke, you always do this other stuff. You never seem like you're pissed off or anybody got to you. And I looked at her. I was like, "Thank you. I appreciate that." I wasn't gonna get into it. I told her I have a short fuse. Yeah, I was like, I have a short fucking fuse, but you know what? I appreciate the fact that you see a little bit of that.
Bitch,
you know,
you gonna piss me off because you don't really know me. You haven't been paying attention. I'm crazy.
And I went into her office today on some. Today's one of those days. Today's one of those fucking days, but she wasn't there, so I was like, all right, you know what?
She didn't get to see it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Oh yeah, man. Because stupidity is like my kryptonite, bro. I cannot deal with it. Deal with stupidity.
You know what's funny? To me, it's not stupidity. It's ignorance. Like you should know better, and you choose to not know better. Like you know what you should be doing, but you choose not to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you don't know and you're stupid and you're dumb, all due respect, these are terms that are these are literally clinical terms.
Yeah.
But if you know better and you do worse, I mean, why aren't you catching elbows?
For real.
You're choosing to do stupid. You're literally choosing to do the opposite of what's right because you feel it's funny or it's entertaining. You know what I mean? And that a lot of times that comes with youth and inexperience, and I understand that. I got no problem with that. A teenager doing something stupid, I go, you're just a teenager. But if you're like closer to our age, and that's your choice, somebody needs to beat the shit out of you, bro.
Yeah.
Somebody should have been beat the shit out of you. Nah, I'm gonna do it for them.
You're literally choosing all your life experience and ignoring that and doing the opposite of what you've learned not to do.
Mm-hmm.
You were raised a certain way, and you've experienced life. Go, this is the way things should be done. And I'm not saying that's always the correct way, but when you turn to your douchebag level, you're like, why has nobody corrected you yet?
Why ain't nobody kicked your ass?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there's nobody in your life that goes, you're being a piece of shit. But the problem is, this is a smoke part. You're going to run into that one guy or woman or whatever, or group. They're like, we want that. And you're the guy tonight.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Got yourself a nigga now.
You're the guy that's going to get it because you're asking for it. And I'm not justifying assault or anything like that. I'm trying to be very core, but I'm trying to tell people, don't be surprised if you're being a dick and you get your ass whooped.
Yeah.
I tell people all the time, violence is never the answer.
No.
But sometimes it's the only solution you got.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because you have a lot of people. I tell the people that I train all the time, I'm like, when you see this is a personal space thing, right? This is the universal thing. I'm like, my man, I don't want to fight. But there's that one dick that doesn't understand that this is that. And I tell anybody that train, once this gets invaded, you have every right to protect yourself.
Word.
Now, protect yourself is stopping the person and then going away. Don't stand there and beat the living fucking shit out of them.
Straight murder.
If he's still breathing, there's always a threat.
Danger. See, I'm telling you, Toe is dangerous.
Listen, the 1-2 piece, walk away. Get away.
Maybe a biscuit or something.
1-2. Yeah, the biscuit. Yeah, 1-2.
I think Toe is more like Michael Myers. Once that switches on, I don't know. I don't think he could walk away.
Sure, I got to start a box, so that's gonna be the fun part. But 1-2, walk away.
If you get me to hit you, I'm gonna have to keep hitting you until you get me to stop.
No, they got it. That's the thing is, we have to also understand the law, because in order for it to be self-defense, it has to be the same amount of force coming at you.
I heard this come from a cop that, let's say I'm attacking you, right?
Yeah.
And I stop and turn around. You're no longer in threat. You can't grab me or hit me back.
No.
And I'm sitting like, no, self-defense.
Once
you hit me,
party disengages, it's seen in the law's eyes as there's no longer a threat.
No. See, that's the thing. If you hit me and turn around, now I get to put you in the sleeper hold and choke you out until you're no longer a threat. And most of the time, you're not a threat when you're underneath the ground.
So I want you to understand something here. Coming from a Punisher fan, trust me, my first instinct is like, yo, I want to put you in the ground. But there's two things that I love: freedom and my family.
I hear you.
I love to be able to do this, show my friends, family, and two, I don't do good in tight spaces.
Mm-hmm.
So to know that level of it, especially with combat sports, it's like, yo, listen, 2-piece. Usually a solid 2-piece can get you away from anything.
Yep.
I tell people, yo, don't stand there and be a badass, because it will go left.
You do the 2-piece, the duck under, German suplex right on his fucking neck. Keep it moving.
Okay, that's in the words of Guardian of the Galaxy, that's murder, the worst offense. You're murdering somebody, you're paralyzing them,
and they're not a threat after that either way.
And you're going to jail.
What's the name of Omega suplex?
Walk away, huh?
Omega
the
suplex,
Snapdragon.
the Snapdragon. Oh, I love that. That shit would hurt so much on cement.
I'm gonna have to have like a whole lesson with you two guys.
Hey man,
like the proper procedures to defending yourself without going to jail.
Yo, listen, 2-piece, rip his eyes out, get him in the throat, kick him in the nuts.
He can't see me, Yana.
Yeah, kick him in the nuts, smash.
What kind of Roadhouse movie? What kind of Roadhouse movement you used to have?
Yo, bro. No, rip his eyes out and then hit him in the throat.
You said throat too.
No, hit him in the throat. Yeah, but then you get the garbage can and you smack him in the face with the garbage can.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the gut and eyes move. Yo, man, the way I was raised.
What kind of Gotham alley you're in?
Yo,
to be available
in a street fight, anything goes. Right, so I gotta get you before you get me. Like Medea said, you gotta get the gotta before you get got.
Once again, you need to use a force that's being applied to you to defend yourself.
Yeah.
So you won't go to jail.
Yo, you disrespected me, and that's very forceful.
Yeah, this is me defending myself.
That's personal, and that's almost like motive.
The owner of these eyes are spoke to me.
That's it. Emotional response. That's it.
Shit.
Like if you black out, that's another thing. You can use that. You can use the blackout line. Everybody loves blackout. I blacked out.
All right, Vincent. Appreciate you stopping by.
Vincent, have a good one.
Yeah.
So, quick question.
What's up?
You wasn't in the mood today. Our best friend was there.
If
he was at work.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah. And she was.
I could tell your buttons was being pushed.
I got school tomorrow, dentist also, and therapy. Yo, good luck with the dentist and the therapy and all that stuff. Appreciate you. Yo, tomorrow we got a show about wrestling. If you're into wrestling, come stop by, Vincent. Don't forget to like and all the other stuff.
The WrestleMania 10
review. Yep.
Show.
At 9 o'clock.
I know that show like the back of my hand, but I'm gonna watch it anyway.
Yep.
Like, subscribe, share.
We gotta drop a follow.
Before we leave, we gotta rate this movie.
Oh, yes, but let me answer Show's question real quick. Yes, our friend was there. Woody the Woodpecker was there also, and apparently, even though I had everything done, I still needed to be told how to do it.
I could tell where your initial anger comes from, and then you just go out there and snatch the first motherfucker that even looks at you.
Well, Cap, tell them why we couldn't go to the park, Cap.
So, we were not allowed to go to the park as children because I don't make friends, which is true. And Vin starts fights.
Yeah.
Which, the one time we was allowed to go to the park, I started a fight.
Yeah, he told me his mama because mama used to keep him at home. Hell nah, you crazy. Every time you go out, you start a fight.
Because you guys may not know it, but I have a temper.
We don't know it because we stay on the good side.
You gentlemen are a combustible enemy. I kind of like that shit.
Yeah.
I am probably the worst combination with you two. I am horribly terrible with that.
Funny thing is, if you know him, he doesn't use.
Yo, you know what I would be like. You guys seem best of the best, right?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'd be like Tommy Lee. I'd be like,
oh yeah,
I hate this, but let's do this. Or kind of like American Ninja 2, like Jackson.
Oh,
Fuck it. Let's do this. I'm like, woo, come on, let's do it. Yeah, horrible combination.
Yo, there was one time I can laugh at it now because it passed. But we was our mom was in the hospital.
Legal standing has run out.
Yeah. No, our mom was in the hospital, and they moved her from the ICU to this private room so we could be with her during her final. And they were like, "You guys can't be in this room." I was like, "You moved us here so we could be in this room." And my uncle's talking to the security because they called security on us, and I just so happened to hear somebody say, "You can't be there." And I turned around, I was like, "The fuck you mean we can't be in here?" And my uncle literally turns around and goes, "Well, we just fucked up now." And he turned around and walked away. Uncle Peter literally was literally like, "This is what I was trying to prevent, but I can't help you now," and walks away. And this is my uncle, who is like literally the least temperamental person in a situation like this, because he also will give you the smoke. You know, like, so, and for him, for him to be like, "Nope, you fucked up," it makes me laugh. Yeah, yeah. It was.
That's what I always say when the least reasonable person in a situation like that goes, "You fucked up." That's shit went left.
Yeah,
Word.
Like this guy himself is like, "Yo, that's fucked up. I'm walking away from this." I tried. I tried, and you did not even. You weren't working with me.
Yeah.
I don't want to be here for what he's gonna do. I'm out.
Yep.
Oh shit!
All right,
weird shit. If you his friend, or if you, I've seen it because I have a story with him, but it's not like he's crazy. Like he just goes showing off his temper. If you his friend, he's cool. Like I've never seen there's only one person that gets that temper out of him. That's how I already knew that person was there today, because he was like, "My day went bad. I already know who the fuck got you to that level."
Yeah.
Yeah, you did say that. I was like,
was that person there? He thought about it. Yeah, she here. But yeah, like I've even seen him defend me. Some guy tried to back into the elevator that was full with a pregnant girl. And I told the guy, "Yo, this is a pregnant girl here. Don't back into her stomach." And the guy said something. And I saw Toe turn around. I think the doors closed at the moment. He was like, "Yo, lucky that door closed. I was gonna flip. I was gonna bark on him." Yeah. Who the fuck you talking to? Because like, I had it under control.
I had my show's cart and show in front of me, and the guy said something. I was like, "Who the fuck?" And the doors closed. I was like, "You motherfucker!" Because it was either knock all the boxes on the pregnant woman and go after homeboy, or let it be.
I'm like, nah. I got it. I was like, "Yo, she's pregnant, fam. You a disgusting motherfucker."
Yeah.
And the door closed. Bling, bloom. He was like, "Yo, who the fuck?"
Yeah. Hey, mind you, he give a shit about the pregnant one. It was just, "Don't talk shit about my nigga." Straight
up. He said it was just you. I saw him talk to you like that. I was like, damn. He was about to jump in and I had it. Imagine if I was hurt or something. My man would have swung on him.
Because the one thing, if I can say to you, my people, you with me. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So we, like, one of my coworkers is like, "I don't like taking you places because you start like he's from Brooklyn, but there was one time we had to move some shit, and this lady was just like really condescending, and I turned and was like, "What's the problem?" Like mad forceful to her, and he was like, "No, we good."
Hey, come on this way.
And he's like, "See, this is why I can't bring you no place. You got a fucking attitude." Everybody was like, "Yo, I'm not a punching bag for anybody. My mother doesn't speak to me like this. No one speaks to me like this. Who the fuck you know what I'm saying? Like, first off, we came here to move shit. We're not children. But you know that's me. But I control it a little bit with the other person. But you know,
I think my favorite thing like that is when you're chilling with the people that you know, right? And somebody comes in and they get really comfortable. You know what I mean? And then like they start talking to my man, you don't know this man this way. You don't know this guy this way, man. Watch your mouth, bro. Oh, but we're all cool. No, son. Correct. We're cool.
You just don't know you.
We got here 20 plus years and then some here. I'm saying some of us 30 plus years.
Oh yeah.
We just got to this party. Watch your mouth, son.
For real.
Oh, but I thought we're really cool. But
you have to earn it.
You haven't earned that spot yet.
Yep.
So if you're gonna talk left about my brothers, bro, make sure they're cool with it. I'm not. I don't know if you okayed it with them, but for me, I'm like, watch your mouth, son.
40-year-old virgin.
Well, what are you gonna do?
Starting to piss me off.
That's a question to ask. I remember that happened with somebody that we knew, and we don't show him anymore. And then, like literally, somebody cut in front of me. I forgot who it was. And we were like, "Yo," I was like, "Excuse me." I was sober, by the way, which is terrible. I was like, "Excuse me?"
Proceed with caution.
I got that one person in front of me, and I was like, because I saw the person, and I know how they are, and they're really cool, and I was like, he can diffuse the situation in this moment. You know what I mean? Me, I was like, I'm gonna get banned from this bar. Like I don't like to fight in bars, but I'm gonna get banned from this bar tonight. You know what I mean? Kind of that situation.
Yeah.
Now, as we grade it,
yes,
I will put this on.
Hey,
my Halloween costume. So the preview, I will take pictures. I will show you guys some stuff. But yeah, you guys will be fans. It's fun.
Oh, he got the Sub-Zero? You
know Venom. That's Venom.
Venom. Oh, I thought you said you didn't like the movie.
No, this is something I drew.
For real? That's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's paper. I drew it.
As we graded. Show, please. Start us off.
I will give it an 8 because I gave the other movie a 9. I'm going to say, like I said, since the other movie was more original, it's the first one. I'm going to give that a higher score than this one. The graphics and the animation and all the killing, everything I wanted, I got it. So it was a great movie. I need to compare it to like Toe said, I need to compare it to other horror movies to see where it's stacked in the actual world. I don't want to give it a 10 and then watch Jason and say, yo, this shit is 3 times better. Now I got to change my 10 to a fucking 9. Or not a 9, a 5.
What you never want to do is the movies are different. So you want to rate that movie for what it is and not the next one. You know what I mean? Like I like Endgame, but I love Infinity War more. So you know what I mean? Infinity War more. So you know what I'm saying? It's like don't let one movie influence the other one unless that's your thing. You know what I mean?
No, I just would like to know where it stacks within its genre of scary movies.
Understood.
Like maybe someday we could talk about that. What's your number one scary movie, or maybe your number one villain? You know,
we're gonna have a good ranking list eventually for like action, comedy, buddy cop comedy stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah.
But I'll give it a 8.
Bad boys.
Bam, 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 bam.
Who got next?
Which one?
I'll give it a 8.
I'll go first. I'll go. I'll give it an 8 also, because despite the acting was way better in this movie, there were some parts that was like, all right, you're kind of reaching there with like the psychiatrist, and he's trying to bring this psychopath killer to Laurie and all that other shit. Where you know it it makes the first one better because the first one is literally random. The first one is fuck it, it's just like you're here, I got a knife, I gotta kill you now. You know what I'm saying? Like it was literally like any one of them could have got it. He was in the mood to fuck with people, and then it got to the point where I'm gonna kill you. This one, it was I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill. It was almost like the first one, but with that little element of the doctor going, I have to play science rat experiment and see if she's the reason why he's not talking. No, she has nothing to do with him in actuality.
I just don't speak, bro.
Yeah. Like it would have made more sense if he was trying to connect him with his mom or somebody who, in his family that knew him. There's some shit like the sister didn't die. We just said he died, and no, this is your real sister that you murderized, but she survived. Say something now. Like I don't know, but it just if you 40 years from now, you take that movie and make it today, the acting would be on par. So, the acting I'm going to leave out of it, but I think the first one was better than this one, but this is a very close second.
Mm-hmm.
Very close second.
Cap?
I think I gave the last one like a 10 or 11 or something like that.
Yes.
I'm going to have to give this one the same score. So 10 or 11, because to me, it from what I took from it, it furthered the storyline in a natural way, in a way that made sense. And the fact that I'm going to take this off because I feel like I'm yelling. The fact that you could tell that Michael Myers is truly just random out there. He was not looking for Laurie Strode. So in a sense, her fear was unfounded. But it was made correct because of the doctor's obsession. Right? That's a good way to get those two characters together. Is to have an external force who's obsessed try to put a square in a fucking round hole. Square peg, round hole situation. Yeah. So with me reading into it and me bringing my own shit into it and looking at it, it's on par with the first one. Better acting, similar to better directing, great world building, makes me want to see where the story goes. Like at the end of the first one, it never made me want to watch the original Halloween 2. It always was like, yo, that's a dope movie, and it ended, and we're good. This one made me want to be like, where are we going from here now?
Really? Because I thought the opposite. If I didn't know a movie was coming out, I thought he would be dead. They burnt the whole fucking house.
Well, again,
yeah.
I don't watch the trailers, but I know that they wrote a trilogy. So I already knew that it was
coming.
Yeah.
After Legos, I want to ask a question and just make a point of it. Go ahead, Lay.
So to me, I'm gonna give it a 9.5 because certain characters are really fucking irritating. But the way they died was so spectacular, and I was a huge fan of the way they died. But to me, I loved the fact that Michael was not really the monster, and really Laurie was at this point, because she was so obsessed with getting rid of him that it almost made her as obsessed as a serial killer would be, like completing their task. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And Kat put it perfectly. He didn't give a shit about them, but it just happens that because of the douchebag guy, they wound up together, and that made her like full throttle obsessed into it. And I love the fact that when the victim becomes the monster, you can psychologically analyze that amazingly. Like I said, she took what happened to her, she internalized it, and she wrapped her life around it. Like she didn't have a life because of it, because she was so worried about him coming back. But in a crazy way, she was justified in her own mind because he did come back. But what she was not aware of, like, he didn't come back for her. He just came back. You know what I mean? And it just so happens that he came back into her, like, line of sight, like a sniper, like blood sport, like a sniper. Like, he just came back into that line of sight. And it made the story so much interesting. You know what I mean? When the prey is no longer the prey is a predator. And now the predator is a prey, and he doesn't even know he's a prey. He's like literally coming to town. He's like, yo, I had no idea somebody wants to kill me. I'm just doing me.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like that interesting turning of the events. You know what I mean? Like, I love that about it. I give it a 9.5 for that. I got some characters. I love the acting. With certain characters, I'm like, the reporters are fucking annoying. I can't get over that. I'm trying to, but I can't. But definitely recommend it. Watch it. You'll enjoy the shit out of it. At least for the kills.
Oh yeah.
Can I bring something out that I don't think was mentioned?
Yeah.
I understand. Y'all keep saying that she was ready in case he got out, but she mentioned she was praying for him to come out. I'm waiting.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I want him to. I remember he said she told the cop,
Yeah.
I've been waiting for every fucking day for him to escape.
That was.
And he said,
dumb
why
thing
would
to
you
pray
ever?
for.
Why would you ever dream
wanted to
that?
smoke. Lori was her life was about to smoke.
Mm-hmm.
That's correct.
I wanted him to come out. I've been dreaming of him coming
Michael had
out.
no idea that the smoke was coming, but she was ready for his smoke.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So the one thing before we go, I want to say now logically, shouldn't this be a part 3? Because part 1 ends, he disappears from falling out of the window. Then they say that he was arrested and detained. Now part 2 should have been that, you know, them arresting him or something, because I kind of find it hard to believe that Michael Myers just said, "Oh fuck it," puts the knife down, and now you handcuff me and I'm gonna go back home. I'm done killing. I'm going back home.
So here's the if you remember, in the first one, when they brought him to the asylum, Loomis said all he ever does is just stare at the wall and try to look through it.
Yeah.
Right? And his triggering thing is when he was supposed to get transferred. They had him outside, so he saw an opportunity to escape. And this one, again, when they arrested him at the end of the first one, they didn't put handcuffs on him or put him in a squad car. This motherfucker was in an ambulance. He was shot up, stabbed up, fell off a fucking like 15 feet drop. So again, when they put him back in the asylum, he wasn't doing anything. He was just standing there. And the only reason he got out and did what he did is because, like I said, my hot take, the doctor must have fucked with the bus to set him free.
Hold up, but wait.
To see what he was doing.
In the original part 2, he was in an ambulance?
No. The original part 2, the original part 2, he woke up out of the ambulance and showed up at the hospital because they brought him to the same hospital.
Okay.
And he got up and just started killing everybody. But in this story, when they say that Hawkins was first on the scene, there's no way. I mean, they don't explicitly say it, but there's no way that they didn't put him in an ambulance. I mean, they shot him fucking 6 times, stabbed his eye out, and he felt like that's just standard protocol.
You gotta. Those are wounds.
Mm-hmm. Take him straight to the fucking hospital with his hole in his eye.
No, you know, I would imagine you have somebody like that doing all that other shit. He's not going down without a fight unless he leaves and just faints because of loss of blood or some shit like that. Then I can I can see that. Like, yo, we found him, and then he's the first one on the scene that he's there and shit.
That's what has to have happened because they literally say that the cop was the first on the scene to arrest Michael Myers.
All right.
So he must have tried to escape and
it made it seem like he did the. All right, you know what, homie? I'm done killing for tonight. Take me home.
Nah, That's not what I got out of it. But I mean,
No, but I mean that was my thought process. Like, how did you get this man arrested?
He fell out the window. He got knocked out.
Yeah,
Handcuffs on him. Then, blink.
yo, Vin, they arrested John Wayne Gacy without a problem. They arrested Ted Bundy without a problem. The massive serial killers that we've had in real life, they've arrested without fucking provocation. So
yeah, but they're not a walking, talking killer machine.
Not a
yeah, but I
thing.
mean, Michael Myers is still a man here. They haven't given us he's supernatural
Unless he's Rob Zombie.
That is true.
Or he's part of a Celtic cult.
Yeah.
I think it's the Order of the Black Rose. I think that's what it is.
And on that note, it's your friendly neighborhood knucklehead sign out. Thanks everybody for stopping by, Vince. Thanks for stopping by, Kenny. Appreciate you stopping by, LaFlocka, Jason, Glory, Clover, everybody that came by, Big Fool, everybody. Appreciate y'all. Peace.
Questions, support, like, subscribe.
Yep. Tomorrow, wrestling podcast at 9.
That's right.
Come through. Next week, we're going to be doing the new Halloween, correct?
Yep, we're gonna do Halloween. You know what? Hold up. Yeah, fucked up.
Bring us back.
Bring us back. Fuck it. Yeah. We're gonna
Halloween.
Yeah, we're gonna do Halloween Kills next week. Tomorrow we're gonna review WrestleMania 10. We're gonna talk about this new King of the Ring. We're gonna talk about what the fuck that Raw was. And Friday, the toe in the show. Show's gonna explain why every man needs at least 4 women in his life. And Mimi's gonna be on. Hopefully. You know, last week we had a scheduling conflict, but Mimi should be on this week. Then, and next week the comics we haven't decided what we're gonna do, but we're gonna be here all the time.
The comics are heroes who inspire.
Yes, there you go.
Oh yeah,
we did the trauma thing, right?
Yes,
we got to pick that episode up now.
Yes,
pick it up.
Heroes that inspire us. Also,
and I'm talking about like real inspiration, not like mindfulness, you know, like like good, those guys.
Yeah, the real
Superman.
Yeah, the bullshit. And also, you guys are hearing it here first. Me and Kenny, the show. You gonna join us?
Yeah.
We are gonna do a live Monday Night Raw reaction. Me, Kenny, and Show. We're gonna watch Monday night. It's gonna be a watch along. We're gonna watch it live.
Oh, man. And
we're gonna react to it live on stream. Me, Kenny, and Show. And God damn it, if we don't make Monday nights good again,
guys, I want to say 2 things. God bless your souls for doing it. God bless your souls. And number 2, you're a fucking madman.
Yes. Glutton for punishment. But
what
time
does Raw start?
Raw starts at 8, but we might get on at 7:30 to warm up the crowd and get everything situated.
Can we? Here's the fun part. Can you do a Raw reaction right and then do a Dynamite one?
Oh man, that would be dope.
That would be dope.
I mean? Yeah, you can preempt our usual movie one. Not now, but do a Monday Night Raw, then do a Dynamite reaction.
We might be able to do Dynamite because it's on Saturday.
Oh shit, that's true.
This week Dynamite's on Saturday.
That's right. So you can do the Monday night, and then if you guys are committed, and I just want to see the difference live.
Oh yeah, that'd be dope. Yo, Kenny, if you're still watching, let me know. Show if you down.
I'm always down for the call up and the toe tag.
There you go.
And on that note,
everybody, have a good night.
Appreciate y'all watching.
I pressed the fucking button. You see, there you go.
Time.
You never press the button in time.
Yeah. All right. Saturday he's going out. Kenny's going out Saturday, so it might just be me and Show.
Okay.
Hey, we can do it.
Well, I might drop by for the fun of it.
There you go. There you go. Fuck it. Yo, Kenny, if you're available to be in the chat, you can react to what we react to.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
I'm gonna show you guys my costume because it's fun, right? Which is I've always liked the character, but that I didn't figure I could do it. But then I realized he's bald, so it makes perfect sense.
Can I guess with the top hat? I think you're gonna be Abraham Lincoln.
Really? Oh, I thought he was gonna be the guy from